It's time for high school sports on the NCWLIFE channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Today's coverage is also sponsored by Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf and Grill, Apple Valley Honda, Sangster Motors, Valley Tractor, Save Mart, Caldwell Banker, Biosports Physical Therapy, and Dick's Heating and Air. And now let's go live to the field for high school sports on your home for high school sports, the NCWLIFE channel.
And a good windy Friday afternoon from the Sterling Fourplex here on the campus of Sterling Middle School in East Wenatchee for our final spring high school sports broadcast of the year. And we picked a good one. We got the Eastmont Wildcat girls softball fast pitch team and the Moses Lake Mavericks girls fast pitch softball team. I am Dan Kuntz alongside my good buddy Terry Aiden, who did yeoman's work calling the Wenatchee Eastmont doubleheader about a month and a half ago at Eastmont's fine new facility, and now we're at it again, my friend.
We are, and I welcome everybody to this beautiful day here for softball. I mean, I've done games where it's windy and cold and sprinkling out here.
The only problem today is the wind, and it is a little windy. Now, this is the second game of the doubleheader. Eastmont pretty much took Moses Lake to the woodshed in the first game. They 10-runned them, did not expect that. Can you give us a brief recap of the first game, Terry? I know you're here and taking notes. If you're not ready to do that, we can just let folks know that they did 10-run them. They won by 11 runs, 14 to 4 was the final. I'm sorry, 10 runs?
14-3.
3, right?
Yeah. Dominating pitching for Eastmont in the first half of the game, and Wenatchee came out in the bottom of the first and scored 4 runs quickly, and 2 of those runs came on a big blast by center fielder Matty Wood, which I think leads the team in home runs this year. And then Eastmont basically shut down Moses Lake in inning 2 and then came back and hit 6 runs in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, it was a long inning.
Very long inning, but there was 2 home runs. And the big one was Ava Garcia's 3-run blast. I think that went into the truck out in center field.
It almost hit me when we were setting up our gear during the first game. But right over the top of my head.
And then basically there was one more home run, and I believe it was Mallory Lane. They hit another 2-run shot that also went into the truck out there in center field. Eastmont's liking to is hitting the ball well right now, but I can guarantee you when the Mavericks from Moses Lake come out, they're going to be fired up. This is a winner-take-all, basically, for the conference.
The scenario going into the first game was this. The Wildcats and the Mavericks tied for first place in the Big Nine at 9-1. Eastmont, as you just found out, won the opener. So Eastmont now improves to a half game over Moses Lake. If Moses Lake pulls off the second game of this doubleheader, they will, for all intents and purposes, tie. And then the tie-breaking procedures if both teams finish 10-2 in league play is pretty convoluted. I can't get into it right now. I didn't study nuclear physics, but it's about that complicated. The scenario for the Wildcats is simply this. They win, and they win the Columbia Basin Big Nine, and they will host the District 5 4A Championship here at Sterling on Thursday of next week.
At 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock.
Yeah. And that's going to be a good sign, and most likely it's going to be Moses Lake and Eastmont again.
It certainly seems that way. I was very much surprised. Moses Lake can rake the ball, and for Eastmont's pitching to hold him to just 3 runs in the first game was impressive.
That was really impressive by the Wildcat pitching. She came out there. She looked a little shaky at the first part, but she settled down quickly and got the batters to swing at her pitches, which mean they weren't hitting anything good. They were hitting twinklers to the fielders, and it was they always got the first out of the inning, which is a big out.
It's huge, absolutely.
And then they settled down and they kept playing baseball, and they kept playing. And they knew that, hey, we don't have to go much longer than this if we hold them. Yeah, Moses Lake hit a 2-run shot in the bottom of the top of the 5th to tighten the score up a little bit, but it didn't really matter, really. And the coach for Moses Lake, it wasn't happy. I talked to him a little bit afterwards. He wasn't really happy about the game itself, but I can guarantee he's in there really encouraging the players really strongly, let's put it that way.
Over the last 5, 6, even 7 years, for that matter, These are the two teams that have pretty much separated themselves from the rest of the pack in the Columbia Basin Big Nine. I think between the Mavericks and the Wildcats, I think they've won between the two of them the last 6 or 7 league championships and the last 6 or 7 district championships. These are the two best programs in the league, and then there's everybody else right now.
Right now, but the great thing about it is West Valley has now stepped up to the plate, because they could actually, if Eastmont does lose, they are now into the pickle of the playoffs, and they could actually end up as the #1 seed. So it's that complicated calculus that we were talking about of how the pitching is going to happen, how the hitting is going to be, and how the players are going to be. So I think they're waiting for the umpires to figure out what's going on.
Well, if you have a quick minute, you can do a lineup if you have it for us.
I've got the Moses Lake lineup, and leading off for the Mavericks will be number 2, Hayden Morton. Just to let you know, she went out in the top of the bottom of the second
with an injury.
But she's okay. I guess she's okay because that's
stopped the game for about 10 minutes.
It did, but she's okay. She's going to start at second and lead off for the Mavericks. Batting next will be number 22, Maya Martinez. And then the pitcher for Moses Lake will be Catlin DeCuber, batting third, and batting fourth will be number 20, Elena Lopez, the center fielder. And then in softball, they have a designated player, which in baseball is called the DH, basically. And that will be Amelia Beckert. And then batting sixth will be number 21, Addie Reffett, the left fielder. Number 15, Avery Getzinger, the first baseman. The number 4, Sam Kling, is going to be your catcher for the Mavericks. And number 7, Lily Johnson, will be the right fielder. And the flex pitcher and player playing third base will be Avani Avelos, number 25. And now here we go, the first pitch of the game for Hayden Morris of Moses Lake.
Let's play ball, and let's have some fun.
That's it. Here's the first pitch. It's a called strike on the outside part of the plate.
We'll explain to folks the difference between a designated player and a designated hitter. There is a difference, and the flex pitcher. And we'll explain that as we go. But softball does have some pretty interesting rules.
It does. Here's the next pitch. It's a pop fly right down the left field line. Third baseman's underneath it and just out of her reach.
Wind blew that. It looked like the wind was going to blow it right over the top of the Eastmont dugout, and it blew it back into the field of play, and right at the very last minute.
At very last minute. And in this field, the wind can play havocs with your fielding. It may be going down the line or something, but you better be ready to move on a short notice to get underneath it. Count is 0-2-2. Better, and this one's a little bit high.
First baseman and the second baseman for both teams are going to have a difficult hoe of it this afternoon because the sun is right in their eyes, and that's exactly where the wind is blowing as well.
Yep.
They're going to get dirty, and they're going to get sunburned.
Little pitch is up. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. One thing about Eastmont pitching, the first part of the game, they're a little bit shaken. They need to get into the game, get into their rhythm. So that's what the first few batters are going to be. Here's the next pitch, a little bit outside for ball 3. There's a good-sized crowd for.
Well, Moses Lake travels very well because they've been very good for a long time.
Oh yeah. This one's hit foul down the third base line.
Just looking down towards the Moses Lake dugout, there's probably a good 50 or so Mavericks fans that made the trip. That's only those I can see, and there's a few scattered out there in the outfield as well.
Oh yeah. I just went back the last 10 years, and it's an the last 5 years, Eastmont has an 8-3-1 record against the Mavericks. Here's another pop fly out of play. That one tie that they had about 4 years ago, I was the home plate umpire.
Why a tie?
The reason is it was getting dark.
Yes, that's right, before the lights were installed.
Yeah, It was cloudy, and it was getting late, and we couldn't see the ball much long. Here's another one. Hit. It's coming to the center fielder right in front of her. It will drop for a base hit. Moses Lake leads off the game with a base hit, and that will bring up number 22, Maya Martinez.
Center fielder was playing very deep. If the center fielder was playing even 5 yards shallower, center fielder has that pretty easily.
Oh, very.
She was standing as close to the fence as you can probably be.
Here's the pitch. Right back towards the pitcher, over to the second baseman. She bobbles it, and both runners are now on, and that will bring up number 8, the pitcher, Kaiten DeCover.
Good start for the Mavericks, just what they wanted. First 2 runners are on. You got a runner in scoring position and one of their best players.
Very best players. Miss DeCover started the game last game, and she pitched really well. And she hits really well. First pitch is called a strike. Looks like Jace Burkhart is the one pitching out there.
Set up for a double play. They got it.
Double play, that helps the Wildcats big time.
Custom made, just like they wrote them up.
And how did they say it? A 6-4-3.
That's right.
Now batting number 20, Alina Lopez.
And it was their best player, their best hitter grounding into it. So
yeah.
We won't be seeing her for a few more innings.
Be nice. Alina Lopez is coming up.
If it wasn't for the wind, this would be a very pleasant Friday evening.
Right towards the center fielder. That was a line shot to the center fielder for the 3rd out of the inning. But Moses Lake scores no runs, gets a couple of hits, and leaves 2. And after a half inning, there's no score.
We'll be right back.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Welcome back to the Sterling Fourplex here in beautiful East Wenatchee, Washington, on the campus of Sterling Middle School, right across the street from Eastmont Junior High School. Makes it easy for the kids. All you have to do is walk across 8th Street between classes. We're here in the bottom of the first inning. No score, of course, between the Mavericks and the Eastmont Wildcats. We had a chance to get the Moses Lake lineup. Did not get a chance to do the Eastmont lineup, so poor Terry's going to have to wing it as we go. But this guy, if there's anybody out there in North Central Washington who knows girls fast pitch softball, it's my buddy Terry Ayton. I think he can pull it off.
I think I can too. Leading off for the Wildcats will be number 16, Liz Fulbright. She's your starting pitcher for the day. She actually led off the first game. She fought hard, made the count go deep in her favor, and just worked it, and which I think threw off Moses Lake's timing. Here's Moses Lake's first pitch to Eastmont.
And timing is everything. You may not be able to tell on television, but that softball comes pretty quick from the pitcher's hand to the plate. It doesn't take a lot of time to get there.
Here's the next pitch from the Mavericks. A little bit upstairs. I think she wanted to take out the camera there.
Thank goodness we didn't attach it to the backstop, or I would be out of a job. Hello, Sean. We need to order a new Sony camera. By the way, the improvements that they made here to this to Eastmont softball field is really impressive over the last couple of years. You mentioned they had a game that ended up in a tie a couple of years ago because there were no lights until just a couple of years ago. Foul ball. That's been a nice deal, and the new outfield fence with the Eastmont softball graphics on it. Very nice improvements. Very well done.
They've done
they
a really
proud of themselves.
They did a real, and then they're going to work on the field this summer. and it's supposed to be all dug up and everything like that. Here's the next pitch. Ball low. Your home plate umpire is Darren Lingle, veteran official. He's worked in the Chelan County for the last 4 years. You got Josh Elms on the bases. He's starting to become a solid official for us too.
Seems to have a good attitude.
He does.
Strikeout.
That would bring up Aubrey Clark, the second baseman for the
Now batting number 13,
for the Wildcats.
She's a lefty, and the wind is blowing just where she wants it. If she can get the ball in the air, that wind may take it right over the fence. That's it.
I've noticed she's only got 4 doubles this year, no home runs, no trippers. But her defense out there is just solid. We saw it in the last game. Here's the first pitch, just bounces over the glove of the catcher for Moses Lake. One thing about girls softball, yeah, they play closer. Even the college girls will get major league players, and they'll strike them out because the players are not used to it.
Mm-hmm. Even though the ball is bigger and is painted yellow,
Yeah.
doesn't seem to make a difference.
Another pitch up. Well, for Aubrey, that's a normal pitch for anybody else, but for Aubrey, that will be high all the time, and that's an advantage for Aubrey to take. Here's the pitch. Ball outside and low for ball 3. This is what baseball and softball coaches like to say. This is a great pitch to take. I don't care what it is. It's right down the middle. You're taking this pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Ball 4 is outside. That puts Aubrey Clark on. And this will bring up number 3, Hattie
Holly
Raddick. She's the one main catcher for the Wildcats.
Catching girls high school softball just as demanding as any other catching position in
Yes.
any other sport that has a catcher?
Maybe a little bit more because you got those low pitches like right there. Ball gets past the catcher. And the thing about slow pitch softball, fast pitch softball, is the backstops are a lot closer to the plate.
Yes.
And they do ricochet at different angles, so you don't know if it's going to come straight back at you or go left or right.
Terry and I are sitting no more than 20 feet from home plate.
Ball inside, 2-0. I think Eastmont's going back to their original playbook in the first game. Make the pitcher work. Make them throw pitches.
They may pitch underhand, but their arms get tired just like anybody else.
Yes, they do. Here's the pitch. A changeup right down the middle of the plate. And you always take the first until they take the first pitch or two until they throw you a strike.
Mm-hmm. Force the pitcher's hand.
That's right. Ball's outside. You can hear the girls cheering. And that's another thing about girls softball. You'll hear both dugouts just cheer their team on, come up with sayings, cheers. And boys, in any kind of boys sport, they don't do anything. Oh, got a tag out.
That was a very smart defensive play. She saw in the corner of her eye that the runner from first rounded second. She was simply assuming that she was going to try and get the out at first, so she kept right on running. She ran right into the shortstop. That was a good move. And it wasn't necessarily a bad base running move, Terry. It was a smart move by the shortstop to not throw the ball.
That is
they were not. She was not going to get the batter at first.
No. And sometimes you have to be alert to those plays. And if you're a smart shortstop or a second baseman, you can pull that.
Mm-hmm. Very good play by the shortstop.
And now batting is Maddie Wood. Maddie Wood last game has hit a solid home run like we talked about into the pickup truck. Hits the first pitch foul into the Mavericks dugout.
Right into the bed of Mike Rich's pickup truck, which is out parked just behind the left center field fence, where Mike is set up. We also have a couple of cameras out there, as a matter of fact.
It's about a 205-foot hit, too.
Yeah, and almost hit me.
We're glad it didn't. Ball in the dirt.
You think Moses Lake may be pressing just a skosh, especially when they get a chance to hit Terry because of what happened in the first game, that they're going to feel a little bit more pressure to force the issue?
Yeah, because they want to make runs. They want to get on top of Eastmont quickly. One thing about girls softball, man, is they'll shake it off the game before and go out, and it could be a completely different game. Different strike zone, different, you got more motivation by the coach. Strike 3 to end the inning. After one complete, it's Eastmont 0, the Mavericks 0. We'll be right back.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
Welcome back to the Sterling Fourplex here in beautiful East Wenatchee. The second inning about ready to get going. This is the second game of the doubleheader between the Moses Lake Mavericks and the host Eastmont Wildcats. Eastmont dominated in the first game, won 14-3. They have the inside track for the Big Nine Championship. They will win it outright if they win this second game. And once again, with the play-by-play, it's my good buddy Terry Hayden.
Welcome back here at Sterling Field. Here's the first pitch from Liz Forbrett. A little up and in for ball 1. Leading off for the Mavericks in the top of the second is Amelia Barkett, sorry.
He has to read coach's handwriting.
It's like reading doctors sometimes.
Yeah.
Got a time.
What are you guys doing? You didn't do this to
What?
me, and you're going to do it to Liz? Shut up.
That was a delay game. What was that, Terry?
Good question. So he gave he awarded, because I guess he's going to force the time limit rule.
Okay.
And she got hit by a pitch.
Yep. Just grazed her, but she got hit.
Yeah.
So just like the first time around, Moses Lake has their leadoff runner on. They got their first 2 runners on in the first inning, and they were raced on a double play.
Right. With Darren,
the Moses Lake coach obviously wants to
talk to his player
a little bit, because the runs may be precious. We had runs all over the place in the first inning. Runs in the first game, runs in the second game may be precious. Speaking of that, I wonder if the second JV game has begun yet. That was becoming the Jerry Lewis telethon over there.
Now batting for the Moses Lake is number 21, Addie Reffett. Fouls it off down the first base line. Quick strike there. One thing about Moses Lake, they're coached really well.
Yes, they are.
The coach may be intense, but the players do match his intensity.
Is the first base coach's box the traditional spot for the head coach in soft pitch? In soft pitch?
No, it's always the third base.
Always the third base.
Yeah, but I've seen head coach.
I've seen it, yes.
Yeah.
But normally the head coach is actually at the third base box.
Correct.
I just noticed because the Moses Lake head coach is almost in the outfield.
In Major League Baseball, they would say, no, you got to be in that box. But here in any women's softball, it's okay. Throw back down to first.
They're supposed to be sort of keeping an eye on that at Major League Baseball this year. But they were too sick and tired of third base coaches running down the third base line towards the home plate alongside their runner.
Oh, yeah. And I think somebody got thrown out this year for that. Yep. Ball 4.
Here we go.
They got the first 2 runners again in the second inning. And that will bring up for the Mavericks Avery Getzinger. She's playing the first base. No outs. Got the in-fly.
Infield fly rule is in effect. If
That's
in fact
right.
it happens.
Yeah.
Any
then,
ball that gets hit up in the air into this jet stream is going to be tough for any of the players to field.
Very tough. First pitch is down low for ball one.
This is supposed to be about the peak wind time that we talked about this morning. I wake up in Angie Valley, right between, they said about 6 o'clock to about 7:30 is when the wind is going to be at its strongest, and that American flag is pretty stiff.
This
there
one's
you go.
hit back to the fence. Underneath it for the out, but it's a sacrifice fly because it moves the runner up. So now Moses Lake Mavericks got the runners at first and third with one out, and that will bring up number 4, Sam Kling, their catcher today.
Smart move by the second base runner. Realized it was a deep ball to right field. She had all the time in the world to advance from second to third, whereas the runner first had to stay put.
You can hear on our mics that the girls are really cheering. This one's popped up and behind the Mavericks dugout for the first strike for the bat. Don't be surprised if they lay down a bunt. They want that first run of the game. Here's the next pitch. Called strike. 0-2 quickly here on Sam Kling. Here's the next pitch. Inside and low. Ball one.
A little reminder, in softball, the base runners are not allowed to leave the base until the ball has left the pitcher's hand.
Correct. There's a strike 3. That gets Eastmont their second out, and that will bring up number 7, Lila Johnson, the right fielder. 2 outs. Eastmont's looking to get out of the first 2 runners on situation like they did last inning. Here's the first pitch. Called strike. One thing about slow pitch umpires is they'll call it and then they'll make the signal.
Mm-hmm.
That's their mechanic. That's how they do it. Ball hit down the left field line over the first baseman, and the Mavericks have just now taken the lead. Lila Johnson with an RBI single, and that will bring up the leadoff batter, number 2, Hayden Morris.
Good hitting there. She went with the pitch that was given to her. It was a little outside, and she just slapped it right over the top of the first baseman's head. That's how you go about doing that.
And I really think the first baseman was kind of what? It went over my glove. Well, she wasn't looking.
The sun is right in her eyes.
That's right.
It's right in her eyes.
First pitch is called strike on Hayden Morris. This will be a fun game because I think both teams are going to be shooting for that number 1 seed. And this one's ripped down past the shortstop all the way to the fence, and 1 run, maybe 2 runs are going to score. Nope, she held up at third base. Moses Lake now leads 2-0 on an RBI single, actually an RBI double for Hayden Morris, and that will bring up number 22, Maya Martinez.
Starting to make contact now, Moses Lake is.
You notice they're getting really aggressive at the plate.
Right.
They see a pitch they like, and they're not waiting. They're swinging for it.
They have a little bit more to play for.
Yep. Right back up the middle. Here's the play. It's coming home. The catcher gets it. Runner slides in safely. RBI single.
2-run score. It's 4-0.
4-0. Runner at first, and that brings up Caitlin DeCubber.
Nice little 2-out rally by the Mavericks.
2 outs last game was their death. Now it's starting to be their key 2.
And now they're back, of course, on their second cycle through. We talked about number 8 here, who may very well be the best player on this Mavericks team.
Yes.
She grounded into a double play in the first inning that killed all the momentum that Moses Lake had. Now she has a chance to atone for that.
And you can't pitch her easy either, because she's the one who hit the 2-run home run in the top of the 5th inning in the first game. That also landed in the
Also
truck.
ended Mike Rich's truck.
I wonder how many dents he's got out there.
Well, they could, just set it off to Russ Waterman, have all the dents deal, and Russ will pay for it.
There you go. Ball bounces, throws down into center field, and the runner holds still.
Good, smart base running. The ball was in the dirt. The catcher had to defensively just stop it and not catch it, and that gives you enough time to steal a base.
And in softball, that's how they'll steal. That ball goes in the dirt, and they're going.
Take off, yep.
They're not taking off on a straight pitch. It's got to go into the dirt.
And that includes stealing second, third, too.
Oh, yeah. Just inside there. Here's the next pitch. Popped up and out of play.
Have we had an inordinate amount of pop-ups and foul balls already in just an inning and a half?
Oh, I could count 15 at least.
Yeah.
That's one thing about girls softball. They foul them off.
Yep.
It's just like baseball. Here's the next pitch. Down low. Loads up the count at 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base. We always like to call that the double.
Yeah. Well, this, by the way, is a very important pitch right here.
Very.
Full count, 2 outs, best hitter up.
Here's the pitch. Popped up down the first base line, and it will be drifting foul.
Gee, a foul ball. I'm stunned.
Welcome to Sterling Foul Ball Park is what we should be calling this place. But that wind is blowing. I mean, that you get that ball up in the air and it stays up there, it's going to drift.
Any other day, the first baseman has that easy.
Yes. Here's the 3-2 again. Pops straight up and into play.
This could be trouble.
The right fielder's underneath it.
Oh,
She
what
catches
a
it,
catch.
and she still has it. It's an out to end the inning. But Moses Lake scores 4 runs on one big error by Eastmont. And it's 4-0 Moses Lake, and we'll be right back.
A kitchen that makes mouths water and jaws drop. A bedroom from a dream with a bath from a spa. A walk-in you'd never want to walk out of. A pool like the fountain of youth. And a view that never gets old. When buying or selling a home of the highest standards, it's comforting to be represented by a real estate company with standards to match. Coldwell Banker Global Luxury. Live well with Coldwell.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Back at it here for the bottom of the second inning between the Wildcats and the Mavericks at the Sterling Fourplex Complex. That's not good. I have complexes, but not that bad. Moses Lake, 4 big runs in the second inning, almost all of those with a 2-out rally. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the second game of the doubleheader, with Eastmont winning the first game handily, 14-3. They 10-runned them. It was the mercy rule. That means Eastmont has a half-game lead with 1 game to play for the Big 9 Championship. And once again with the play-by-play, Terry Ayton.
We have Ava Garcia coming on the plate. First game, she crushed one into the truck also. She's a really tough hitter to get. She knows that strikeout, and she's only a junior. I talked to her recently. She has no future plans after high school. But, you know, that could change in the last 6 months, too. Here's the pitch to Ava. Ball down low. She has a good eye. She knows the strike zone really well.
I had no plans after high school, immediate plans, so I just goofed off, and all of a sudden it's 44 years later. Wondering what happened.
True. There's 3 balls into the dirt, and they all bounced. They know that she can hit this ball, so they're pitching her very, very carefully. Here's the pitch from the cover. Ball's up and in for ball 4. Eastmont gets the leadoff runner on, and that will bring up Allie Hastings, the first baseman.
That looked to me like an almost unintentional intentional walk.
I can guarantee. I
Yeah.
can guarantee you, they did not want her bat swinging. Here's the first pitch, right down the tube, and there you go. 4 straight pitches, balls, first pitch to the next batter.
Right down,
strike.
yep.
One thing I was looking at the stats earlier this week, Eastmont doesn't really do first inning scorers, but they start pouring it on in the second inning. And that's a nice changeup for a strike. Makes the count 0-2. Here's the next pitch from DeCover. Outside, oh no, on the outside part of the plate for called strike 3.
That was 3 entirely different pitches.
Totally entire. Like I said, they were intentionally walking her, and you were right. Here's the first pitch. On the inside part of the plate for called strike 1.
The one thing about this game compared to the first game is going along at a much more brisker pace. We did start about 10 minutes late because the first game did go quite some time. But the junior varsity game directly behind us was a marathon. They started at 4, same time as the varsity for their first game, and they were still playing at 6.
Yeah, well, it was a little bit closer game. They went 7 innings. Here's the next pitch, fouled straight back into the fencing. McKenna Eckel is batting for the Wildcats right now. I think I finally got Eastmont's lineup situated. Now I just got to do Moses Lake or just keep reading it here. But the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. A changeup, but it went high for ball 2. If you ever get a chance to go to a girls' a fast pitch game, it's fun, it's exciting, it's vibrant.
Mm-hmm. And you know why? It's the girls themselves.
That's true.
That's what it is.
They get the crowd going, and the crowd will get going.
We were running cables earlier today. It's quite a logistical nightmare for us at the NCWLIFE channel to do games here. We're glad we can come here every once in a while and do a game here because it's labor intensive. And we were running the cables, and one of the Eastmont girls on the bench said, "Would you like some sparkles for your face?"
They're always having fun.
Yeah.
They are. Ball 4.
And that's the key. Have some fun. All right, here come the Wildcats starting to put something together with 1 out.
1 out.
Number 7, Mallory Lane.
Mallory Lane is coming up, the first baseman. 2 runners on, 1 out. Eastmont's starting to make some noise. They want this championship, and they need to start producing here. Here's the first pitch, a swing and a miss, strike 1. You can hear the fans encouraging their players, both sides. Ball in the dirt, and it gets away from the catcher.
Runners advance.
And as Dave Niehaus used to say, runners in scoring position.
Yes, this is a very big opportunity now for the Wildcats with just 1 out. Runners on second and third. See if they can put a little chink in that 4-run Maverick lead. And we found out in between the half inning that the umpire can hear us behind home plate. So,
and he's going to still hear us. I'm not going to worry about it. Ball inside. That's one thing about it being an umpire. You have to tune out the fans and the broadcasters. I used to play college ball, and I heard a broadcaster up above me, and he was on top of the stadium roof, and I could actually hear him during a game. That one fouled off.
She needs to get this ball in play. That is pretty much the game plan here for number 7. Just hit the ball and put the pressure on the defense. Getting the ball in play outside of anything in the air, you hit the ball hard on the ground, it's going to score a run with a runner on third base. So.
She's looking to step up her batting average. She needs to hit the ball a little bit more. But, you know, as a sophomore, they're a little bit apprehensive still with the pitching, and they want to make sure they're doing everything correctly. Here's the next pitch. Ball down low. Loads up the count again. If you notice, basically all the batters in this inning have gotten the full count.
Yep.
Which means they're making the pitcher work, which makes the pitching a little bit more easier to hit. Little chopper foul. Once again, she makes her work. Like to see what they're not playing her in to bunt at all.
No, they're not. They're playing regular depth.
I can guarantee you Ava's looking to score, and that one hits her to
Bases
load up the
are loaded.
Gotta like that, and that will bring up Bella Walker.
Now batting number 21, Bella Walker.
Bella Walker is batting a .421 this season.
That is pretty good. Who's kidding who? That's very good.
Very good. I wish I could hit that in college.
Smart timeout by a very good Moses Lake coach. Have the girls talk over the situation here a little bit. Because this is a crucial at bat. Bases are loaded. You got just one out. You got some pretty good hitters from Eastmont coming up. Trying to, I think right now, I think Moses Lake would definitely trade an out for a run right now with a 4-0 lead.
Oh,
considering
guaranteed.
the bases are loaded.
Guaranteed. Get at least the one out.
Yep.
But Eastman Wenatchee, sorry guys, is looking to get that one base hit to sneak through the infield so they can score at least two.
You mentioned Wenatchee. They are on the road. I believe they're playing at West Valley tonight,
Yes,
if I
they
remember
are.
correctly.
Yes, they are. Wenatchee could actually twist the standings too. If you notice that last pitch, the batter stepped out towards third base instead of hitting the ball, and that's big in any baseball or softball. You got to hit the ball straight on. Here's DeCobra's next pitch. Inside strike 2, 0-2.
Wonder what the Mavericks coach told her.
You don't know what coaches usually say. I've seen coaches just go out there and joke with them.
Yeah.
Just to loosen them up. You go out, as an umpire, you go out, you want to find out, hey, coach, we need to get going. And he's telling them a joke, and they're laughing. They're like, okay.
Just to relax them?
Yeah. And sometimes you got to know what to do at such a, and this one's right back at the pitcher. Right back at the pitcher, gets the
Just
easy.
what Moses Lake needed.
Yep.
Nice defensive play, by the way, by the pitcher.
Yes, but it was a solid hit.
Yeah.
And she played it really well.
Now batting number 16, Liz Fulbright.
Liz Fulbright, last time at bat, is struck out swinging. She's looking to hit a big one now here just to get a run or two across the plate.
And she is tall. She presents a big strike zone.
Here's the pitch.
There's your run for the out.
Yep. No run because it's two outs.
Oh, it was.
Yes.
That's right. I forgot about the second out.
Yeah. So after 2 complete, it's Moses Lake 4 and Eastmont nothing. We'll be right back.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
And we are back at the starting complex here in East Wenatchee as we head into the top of the third inning. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the second game of the doubleheader between Eastmont and Moses Lake. Eastmont won the opener. They have the inside track for the Big 9 championship. If Moses Lake pulls out the victory in the second game, they will both finish the regular season at 10-2. Terry, it's all yours.
Here's the first pitch, and it's fouled off down the third base line. Elena Lopez is batting for the Mavericks. I want to call them the Chiefs because I grew up. That's how we grew up. But they're the Mavericks.
They have been for a while now.
Yes. Eastmont Wenatchee's looking to shut them down and get back up to the plate because they had a pretty good productive inning. It's just they didn't score any run. Next pitch is outside for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
The basic deal is if Moses Lake, of course, wins this second game, they end up tied for the Big 9 championship. These two teams will play again for the district championship. They will advance right to it. And then the other, I think the team that finishes 7th and last is done for the year. And then 3 plays 6 and 4 plays 5, etc. But you want to eliminate those extra games, and you really want the rest. Again, for all intents and purposes, these two teams are probably going to meet again next week on Thursday, either in Moses Lake or here at Sterling.
True. I mean, that's the big game. Where are they going to play this game at?
Exactly.
Are they going to play on the road or are they going to play at home? And playing at home, it makes it a whole lot easier. This one's popped straight up. Umpire's in the way, but one hands it, not 2 hands. That's always a sin in softball. You've got to use 2 hands to catch the ball, especially on a windy day like this, and the ball is spinning. So that gives life to Elena Lopez.
And also, Elena dropped the bat and ran towards first, and the bat was kind of right down there at her feet as she was trying to find her footing to try and catch that pop-up.
Well,
here's complicated things.
Here's the next pitch, foul. That's a little tricky, too. If the catcher would have stepped on it or tripped over it, that would have been interference on the batter, too. Two. Here's the next pitch. Called strike 3 for the first out of the inning. That's the first time Eastmont has gotten Moses Lake to commit the first out of the inning. Oh, the wind's really picking up. The dust is picking up.
I was looking at the videos of the last time we did a game here at Sterling, and Eric Granstrom was calling the action, sitting right where you and I are, right behind home plate. And by the end of the second doubleheader, he looked like he was a coal miner. I mean, he was just covered in dust and dirt.
And I think that's why they want to work on the infield here. Here's the first pitch, right back up the middle for our single. That was Amelia Beckert, and that will bring up Audie Reffett, the left fielder.
You mentioned when we were preparing for this game that Moses Lake has a reputation of hitting the softball.
They're aggressive. That coach for Moses Lake, he wants them swinging at pitches, not at balls, but they want them. If it's close to the strike zone, get aggressive, hit the ball. Things can happen. Here's the next pitch. Ball outside for 2-0.
As Joe McCarthy said, you'll never be a 300 hitter with the bat on your shoulder.
That's true. You may be a Bob Euchre. Ball upstairs for ball 3. And here's the 3-ball cheer for Moses Lake. They always do. And they're really trying to get into the mind of the pitcher. Next pitch, strike right down the middle of the plate. Here's the next pitch from Eastmont. Upstairs. Oh no. That would have been ball 4.
That was ball 4. Well, that could have been a huge mistake by the catcher on the quick throw back to first base because it was ball 4. That ball gets away from the first baseman. You got runners at second and third.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to roll a long way down that right field line.
Or maybe scoring 1 because that's a deep outfield out there.
Yeah.
Our next batter is number 15, Avery Getzinger. Little chopper to the shortstop, bobbles it over the second for the sheer out. That gives him 2 outs.
Shortstop was shielded by the runner running from second to third, and she had to wait for the runner to get past her, so she was a little late.
Yeah.
Little late fielding the ball because of the situation. The runner almost actually got hit by the batted ball, but she didn't.
And that does bring up issues. You got to watch that as an umpire. Now coming up to the plate is Sam Kling, their catcher for tonight. Here's the pitch. A little high, ball 1.
Runners at the corners with 2 outs. This is a good chance for Eastmont to squelch what could have been a Moses Lake rally here.
Good. That last pitch, you could tell Darren wanted to call a strike, but he thought better of it. Here's the next pitch. Popped up to the pitcher for the 3rd out, and she gets out of it really quickly. No runs on 1 or 2 hits, and no Eastmont Moses Lake errors. And after 2.5, it's 4-0 Mavericks.
We'll be right back.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, your place for fun, food, and friends. Happy hour every day, 2 to 7. Try their brand new menu and famous prime rib every Saturday night. Planning a celebration? Book your holiday party, wedding, or private event, even in their exclusive simulator rooms. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, where every day is a celebration. Visit today.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel.
We are back at Sterling Middle School, specifically the Sterling Fourplex is what it's called, for softball diamonds, softball only. I might add, there's no mound. Of course, in softball there is no mound, so it makes it by default softball only. No baseball played here. Nice facility. 4-0 Moses Lake in Game 2 of this doubleheader. Again, Eastmont won the opener 14-3 to take the inside track to win the Big 9 championship. Moses Lake is hoping to tie Eastmont for the championship with a victory in game number 2. And with a 4-0 lead in the bottom of the 3rd, back to Terry Ayton.
Aubrey Clark leads it off for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the 3rd. Her last time she walked. This is one lady you have to be careful on pitching to. Her strike zone's small, but she likes to challenge the pitcher and make him work. Here's the first pitch. She swings and misses for strike 1.
I am impressed with this Moses Lake pitcher. She has she doesn't just let her rip. She has movement. She has a changeup. She goes in and out, up and down.
Here's the next pitch, a little bit low, off speed. Evens up the count at 1-1. Aubrey Clark, she may not get the extra base hits, but she does make contact and she does have a great batting average for Eastmont. Here's the next pitch on the outside, just misses for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
For those of you who don't know, Terry just stepped aside after being a softball umpire for, I don't know, 57 years or something like that. But eventually the squatting up and down just did a real number on your knees, didn't it?
It did. The doctors basically said if I don't stop it, I'm going to be back in after I heal back up. So that's why I'm looking into broadcasting. It's just next step as an umpire.
But you've also moved on. You've kept yourself involved in the association by becoming the assigner, and that helps.
It is.
Keeps you in the game.
It does. I get to go to these nice games, and here she is. Works the walk again on 5 pitches. And that brings up Haley Raddick.
Number 3, Haley Raddick.
It doesn't help us when the hair on the batters is so long it covers up their number on the back of their jersey.
Now this lady does have some power in her bat. Like
There you
right
go.
there, I just said it, and she just rips it to the fence. Runners are going to be at least second and third with nobody out for the Wildcats here in the bottom of the third. The Wildcats want to make some noise here.
They're starting to get to that Moses Lake pitcher who's a very good pitcher, but she has thrown a lot of pitches.
And that's one thing Eastmont's doing. It's making them work. Maddie Wood coming up to the plate last time struck out. Darren and the catcher are having a little conversation. That's one thing about catchers. You may call something and they'll go, hey, is this okay? Is this where it needs to be? And they'll move to where your strike zone is. This one's fouled straight back. You can hear that big thud off the
Just like when a softball hits me in the forehead. Same kind of dull thud that you hear. What's the worst injury you've ever had umpiring a game? I'm assuming it was behind home plate. Did you have a couple of times where it was like it was all you could do to get through the game?
I actually had one where the ball bounces. This one's hit over to the second baseman for the out, but a run does score. Maddie Woods, Aubrey Clark scores from third. Moving over to the third is Hattie Raddick, and give an RBI to Maddie Wood and Ava Garcia. Now they have to be careful. She does have
a big bat right here.
She does have some pop into her bat. Oh, and she gets popped.
Right in the small of the back, it looks like.
Well, that gives.
Oh, she's fine.
Yeah.
She runs to first base. She could have just jogged. She's going to jog it off a little bit. That did sting. They're going to call a timeout and let her walk that off. But she got up and ran to first base. That's impressive.
She's a character. She likes to. She's going to get hit, but she'll go, I'm fine, I'm good, and I'm go on. And it was in the shoulder blade, it looked like at the part.
Might have been, yep.
They were trying to pitch her inside, and we got one out, and we got no, we don't have an infield fly situation here because runners at first and third, and that will bring up Allie Hastings, last time struck out. She's looking for that first pitch strike. It's outside. Runner's coming. Here's the play at the plate. And she slides in safely. Eastmont scores for their second run. And the run,
basically a freebie was what that one was.
Oh, yeah.
That was a bad pitch. Got away from her. Came back to the catcher off the backstop pretty quickly, but the pitcher was late to get to the plate.
Very late. She didn't
react right away.
A lot of these pitchers, even in baseball and softball, they'll stop and pause and go, wait a minute, that went back to, that should be able to be caught cleanly, and they're not going to steer them. By the time they notice the runner's running, it's too late.
Yeah.
Oh.
Timeout? Defensive timeout?
Actually, in softball, it's not called as a balk. It's not called anything.
The home plate umpire is blocking me from the pitcher, so I didn't really know exactly the cause for the delay.
She kind of stumbled.
Terry has a slightly better angle than I do. So
it's not much better, but I can see the feet at least. And that one's a little bit high also. So you got 2 balls and no strikes. People think that would be an illegal pitch, a ball automatically, but in softball and fast pitch, she didn't let it go. She stopped, she stumbled, and they don't charge a pitch to her on that. Next pitch is outside for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. She's looking to just get it over the infield and to make some more damage and tighten this score up a little bit. Ball low.
Moses Lake pitcher is starting to have a hard time finding the strike zone, and when she finds the strike zone, Eastmont's hitting it.
They're trying to be cautious, and that's what hurts a lot of pitchers is they're being cautious, and it ends up getting hit or getting and a strike.
That completely flummoxed the hitter there. That was a perfect pitch, and she kind of just watched it fly right by.
She did. If you notice, she jerked a little bit
Yep.
too. She just didn't know what to do with it. Here's the 3-2. Here's the pitch from DeComer. Ball 4, up and away. Runners at first and second, 1 out, and that will bring up
Batting number 12,
McKenna Eckel. She had a nice double last inning. Here's the first pitch. Right down the middle of the plate for strike 1. One thing about Eastmont's battery, their coach has taught them well. You look at the first pitch. You notice they're not swinging at the first pitch. Count's now even at 1-1. Was talking to the ladies earlier this week, and they're excited for this game. They wanted to play this game. Here's the next changeup from the cover.
It was serendipitous scheduling. It's just that the schedules go on a 2-year cycle. This is year 2 of the 2-year cycle. So this game has been scheduled for over 2 years, and yet here they are, the 2 best teams in the league, playing 1 game for the championship.
Yep. The one thing about the Big 9, because it's so small, it's not the Big 9, it should be the Big 7, really.
Yeah, but tradition's tradition.
Oh, tradition, yeah. That's what we were.
Yep.
Here's the pitch from the cover. Inside and low for ball 3. Again, once Eastmont's making the pitcher work a lot, which he's going to start getting tired quickly.
Yep. Do they have a bullpen in soft?
They do. It's right behind the dugout.
Okay, so we can't see if anybody's warming up or not.
No.
And how much does it really take to warm up before a game, before a relief appearance?
Probably 10 to 15 pitches, and that's ball 4 to load them up.
Here we go.
And
Riley has a great opportunity right here.
Mallory Lane coming up.
We'll see what happens.
Moses Lake is taking a team timeout, which is
so this is a big at bat right now for Eastmont.
Oh yeah,
very big. As my friend Sebastian Moraga would say, the table is set. It's time to eat. And here you go.
And it's full.
Yep.
I noticed Moses Lake's outfield is playing deep.
They did in the first game as well. I think the wind may have something to do with that. But yeah, they've been playing deep.
Little base hit. Who's covering first?
Uh-oh. Nope.
They get the runner at first, but a run does score. That gives them 1 inch closer, but runners at first, second and third now. 2 outs. And that will bring up Bella Walker. Bella's looking to get her first hit. She's right on top of that box. A little pop fly right behind second base. It will fall into the glove of the right fielder for Moses Lake. But Wenatchee scores 3 runs on a few hits and no Moses Lake error. And after 3 complete, it's Moses Lake 4 and the Wildcats 3. And we'll be right back.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
We've all dreamt of moving somewhere new. But what are home prices like? How are the schools? What are the state income taxes? And how's the weather? For all your questions, the Coldwell Banker Move Meter has answers. It's the only tool that lets you compare cities by cost and quality of living, so you can get a better idea of what your dream looks like and start making it come true. The Move Meter, only from Coldwell Banker. Live well with Coldwell.
Welcome back once again in technical timing. We're good to go for the top of the fourth inning. Again, Moses Lake leads the Eastmont Wildcats 4-3. And once again with the action, Terry Ayton, who knows a lot more about this sport than I do.
Welcome back to Sterling Park. Lila Johnson leading off for the Mavericks. Eastmont's looking to shut down the Mavericks here to get back in and get their hot bats going to take the lead. But first they have to go through the Mavericks bottom and or the order to the top of the order, and the first pitch is a called strike.
Outside of the that 4-run second inning, Eastmont's pretty much shut them down.
I think they got a talking to by Coach Mike. There's the next pitch as a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And there goes Moses Lake on there cheering on the pitcher. Next pitch outside. Eastmont's looking to get the first out again. The first 2 innings, they couldn't get the first out until the third batter. Now they're going, this one's popped up, and it's going to be hooking out of play for a long strike.
Foul ball number 419 so far this afternoon.
That's one thing about between baseball and softball. Softballs get right back into the action.
Yeah.
Baseball, you got to run and find them.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the bright yellow. Here's the next pitch. Line base hit to the left fielder, making her turn at first and saying for a lead-off single, and that will bring up Hayden Morris.
A couple of quick things about softball. They have what's the name of the extra base on first? What's that called? It has a name, right?
It's an extra base.
It's just the extra base,
Yeah.
which is completely in foul territory, and that prevents the runner running down the line and the first baseman to collide on those close plays. So the batter only has to touch the base that's inside the other base.
This one's high pop flight to the center fielder. Underneath it, she makes the catch. Runner goes back to third.
That extra base, completely in foul territory, comes to high school baseball in the state beginning next year. Again, strictly a safety issue.
And did you know it started this year in college baseball?
Yes,
this
it
year.
did.
They finally figured it out. They need to have that safety base because a lot of people were getting seriously injured on that. Here's the next pitch and fouled out of play. The last 3 pitches have been and hits have been up in the air high.
Yep. And to the right down the right field. So she's making contact just a little late. Just a little bit late.
Eastmont's looking for that easy double play to get out of the inning. Here's the ground ball to the first base over the first. She gets the easy routine 5-3 out.
No chance to get the runner at second. Just didn't. It was too slowly hit.
She's a really quick runner at second base. When I've umpired her games, I have to tell her I'm about 4 or 5 feet behind her to move, and then she goes, as long as you're out of my way. I have to.
Now batting number 8, Caitlin McCullough.
Next first pitch to Caton to cover is a called strike. You can actually hear Darren on that. He makes it a little bit vocal.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good sign of an umpire, letting the catcher, the pitcher, and the batter all know that what the call is. This ball's down low.
When we did the Wenatchee Eastmont doubleheader with you, Terry, a little over a month ago, they had a 3-man crew, probably working on some mechanics and positioning and things like that. I suppose in districts it's a full 3-man crew?
The first couple of games, it's only a 2-man crew.
Okay. Championship will be a 3-man crew?
Most likely it will be a 3-man crew, and it will represent, if we happen to be in the championship game, it will be one of us from Chelan County, a Moses Lake and a Yakima official. and whoever's not playing. This one's hit to left field, right back. Oh. She catches it and it drops it. A double, but a run does score. She had the ball in her glove.
She had the ball in the end of the inning right there.
Yeah. You're going to have to give the left fielder an error on that. Because
I'm afraid so, yeah. I mean, she all but caught it. And
yeah.
She just fell right out. She didn't fall out of her glove if she was making the transition, because there is no transition. It would have been the third out.
Right.
She just dropped it.
A little chopper down to third base.
That had trouble written all over it from the very beginning.
Yeah, because Ava was looking at the runner too. I saw her take a quick look, then charge the ball, and then after that she lost it.
Well, this is a great chance for the Mavericks with a lefty coming up, which is rare as it is in any other sport. This inning should have been over.
Yeah.
And now they've allowed
it's
Moses Lake to stay alive with a couple of costly errors.
Yep. And I'll guarantee you, Jace is not happy on the mound right now. She goes, I'm out of this inning with no runs. But now they scored a run on her. It's an unearned run, but it's still a run. And she knows that.
Yep.
Here's the next pitch. Hits to past the second baseman. Runners again, 1 and 5.
That's a killer. That's that's not an error, I don't think, Terry. It was well hit.
Oh, yeah.
And it had some spin to it. The last two hitters were definitely errors, and now, again, Moses Lake taking advantage of a couple of miscues, critical miscues from Eastmont, which is why the coach is calling a timeout and getting the team back together again, because they're a tad discombobulated. 2 runs, I would say both of them unearned.
Totally unearned.
I'm just saying, obviously the drop fly ball was an obvious error. The shortstop trying to rush it and one-hand it and letting it go underneath her glove, I would call that an error as well.
Yeah. Here's the thing: anytime an error occurs, all runners after that come in to score is going to be an unearned run.
But the question was, if that last one, I don't think so. That was a well-hit ball to the second baseman. And it did have a pretty unique little kind of twirling kind of spin to it.
And those are so hard.
Yeah, when it hit the dirt, it kind of shot off to the left a little bit. But Moses Lake is doing what they need to do with 2 outs, and they were given a second chance, and they're taking advantage of it.
And that's what they need to do. Next batter for the Mavericks is Addie Reffitt. Here's the pitch. A little up for ball 1. Runners at first and third, 2 outs. The Mavericks have scored 2 runs here in the top of the 4th to extend their lead to 6-3 after. Here's the next pitch, a little grounder past the second baseman. She kicks it into foul territory. That would have been a hard play to play, but I'm not sure if they're going to give her an error or not. But Moses Lake just scored their 3rd run of the inning.
None of them earned.
None. Runners now at first and second, and now brings up Avery Gitzing. First pitch called, ball 1.
Well, kudos to the Mavericks. They were given the door was left open just a little bit, and they've taken advantage of it.
And this is true. And that's what you have to do in softball. This one's a little bit early on that swing, or that ball would have been right down the line. That pitch tells you you're going to start pitching everything outside a little bit.
Yeah. Real briefly, we talked at the start of the game. In softball, they have a designated player, which is different from a designated hitter. Designated hitter in baseball can only hit and do nothing else. Designated player is something else.
As an offensive player,
right?
They can actually DP. They can actually DH as a flex, and the pitcher doesn't bat.
Exactly.
Or they could put it in for the catcher or for the shortstop. Anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It depends on who's your weak hitter. That's why they want to put her in. 3 balls and 1 strike here in the top of the 4th inning with 2 outs. Eastmont's looking to settle things down and get into that dugout so they can start swinging that.
Yeah, they want this inning to get over real quick like.
You can tell. And ball 4 loads up the bases. And that will bring up Sam Kling for Moses Lake. kind of wish I had more of my notes here.
Oh, that's okay. You're doing great.
Well,
you're making me look good. That's really the key.
I don't know with us too. I don't know. Are we really? Here's the next pitch. The ground ball to the shortstop. She bobbles it.
It ate her up.
And that's going to be an error also. But the run does score.
This inning is really getting away from the Wildcats right now. That's the 4th error of the inning by my count. Really depends on what you call it. Three.
Right.
3 is at least 3, but it could be actually 4 errors.
Yeah.
Now we have. Here we go. Here's a runner coming in as we speak.
And it's so hard to see some of these uniform numbers because they're either blocking it or the hair's blocking the number. One thing about boys baseball, they don't have that problem.
No, they don't.
At least the hair problem.
That's true.
And
I'm trying to identify the runner who just came in on first base, Terry. I can't read the number, I'm afraid.
We'll get it to you soon.
Yep. The Eastmont crowd, the parents sitting to our left down the third base sign are real quiet right now.
Yeah. You know, if I was at the college right now, I get on the microphone. Hey, guys, get on the phone. Let's do it. And this one's hit into the alley. This one will fly away.
That may be the breaker right there. Huge inning for the Mavericks, and all of these runs, every run in this inning, unearned.
Very unearned. Eastmont should have been out of it with maybe 1 run, and that's it. But they've just now scored 7 runs to take an 11-3 lead here in the top of the 4th inning.
And that quieter crowd got even quieter. And there's still 2 out. This is a very impressive rally from the Mavericks. Again, this inning should have been over quite some time ago. Error on the left fielder, dropping a pretty lazy fly ball that would have ended it. Next up, a chopper to the shortstop who mishandled it. Next up was a kind of a squiggly shot, mishandled. And then a shortstop got eaten up by a ground ball.
First pitch to Hayden Morris of Moses Lake. It's called strike.
The first priority on practice for the next practice for the Wildcats is going to be some fielding drills.
Oh, I guarantee you Mike's going to have them. They're going to hit some sharp ground balls to them. If they don't have an early Saturday morning practice, it's going to be after school on Monday.
Well, I'm pretty sure this is the last regular season game of the year, and we know these 2 teams are going to play again on Thursday. So for the first time in quite some time, they're going to get a break. They play through spring break, and I'm sure he's probably just going to give them the entire weekend off. Say we'll get back together on Monday, win or lose.
Right.
I mean, they may be high school girls, but they get tired like anybody else, and it's a long season. So.
And it's funny, they only play less than 20 games for the regular season. But next year, they're going to be playing about 40 games in college if the seniors are going. And I know one of the ladies is actually going to be playing for the Lady Knights next year. I think she's studying psychology and starting here and then moving on. So that's nice. And Wenatchee Valley College does have a good, and this one's tattooed down the line.
Foul ball.
Home run.
Oh,
it's a solo.
Oh, I don't think so.
she almost got out of the baseline.
No, that was not a home run. That was foul by about 3 feet.
Well, the home plate umpire had called it. He is standing on the line.
It did not clear the foul pole. It said the foul pole has Wildcats written vertically, and it went to the left of the I in Wildcats by about 3 feet. That was not a home run.
Mike, I've had enough. It's your warning.
The head coach for Eastmont just got a warning for some reason.
I thought maybe that was for me. As we mentioned before, they get
When
errors.
did you change your name to Mike? That's my question. Well, the pouring on from Mavericks to Eastmont right now, and that brings up Maya Martinez, the second baseman. In the first game, she got hurt.
Okay, well, there you go. That's we'll talk about this between the half inning, but inside information from our producer out there underneath the tent down the left field line.
Swing and a miss, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. here. Eastmont wants to get out of this order and start clawing back into this game. They do not want this game. They do not want to play an extra game on Tuesday. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss.
And again, the scenario is pretty simple. As we talked about it before, Eastmont wins this, they win the Big Nine outright. Don't know really what's going on down in West Valley. West Valley has 3 league losses, correct? Two, that's correct. So West Valley still has something to say. Don't have a score on the. Oh, that fell in.
Fell into
the. When it rains, it pours for the Wildcats, doesn't it? So the Wenatchee Panthers are taking on West Valley in Yakima, by the way, which is the gateway to Wapato.
Yeah.
You have to go through Yakima to get to Wapato.
That's true.
In any event, so we don't know really what's going on there. They're probably well into their second game. Maybe I can get an update from my sister. I'll send her a text.
I bet she's keeping a close eye on it too.
Yeah.
Kaiten DeCubber is coming up to the plate. Her last, she's
So-
basically started this air fest.
Right. Yep. So the scenario is simply this: if Moses Lake wins and West Valley sweeps Wenatchee, then you got 3 teams with identical records, identical 10-2 records in league. And then after that, I believe some head-to-head comes into competition before run differential. This could be just a convoluted mess to figure out who exactly.
Oh, nice grab by the center fielder to end the inning, but Moses Lake scores 9 runs on about 5 errors from the Wildcats, and after 3.5, it's 13-3, and we'll be right back.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
Welcome back to the Sterling Fourplex, a very interesting top of the 4th inning, and I'm being charitable. 9 runs by Moses Lake, and to my count, Terry, every one of them was unearned, right?
Very unearned.
There you go. Here we go to the bottom of the 4th. Eastmont has some work to do. They're trailing 10, and once again with the play-by-play, here's Terry.
Leading off for the Wildcats here in the bottom half of the 4th inning is Liz Fulbright. Has been on base once because of a fielder's choice. She's looking to get the bats going for the Wildcats here. Here's the first pitch, called low, ball 1. Sometimes in girls softball, it may take an inning or 2, but they can't afford it. They have to score runs to keep this game going. Here's the next pitch, down to the third baseman, over to first for the first out of the inning. And that's 1 out. Up next is Aubrey Clark, the second baseman, is 1 for 2 and has scored a run in the 3rd inning. Actually scored the very first run for the Wildcats.
Super duper thanks to my good friend Russ Waterman, who texted me the tiebreaker procedures. So, and I just texted my sister, the athletic director at the Wenatchee School District, to get a score from down in Yakima, in fact, of course, if she has one. But in the meantime, Terry, if you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can run through these.
Go for it. So there's a base. Oh, right, a line drive right to the second baseman for the second out of the inning. 2 up and 2 quick outs for the Wildcats. For
Final
the
score in game 1, West Valley beat Wenatchee 11-1.
Okay.
So West Valley is right with it.
So basically, Wenatchee's going to hold a 4-5 game on Tuesday. Because I remember your sister actually texting me and telling me it's a 90% chance that's going to happen. Here's the next pitch from the cover. A little bit high ball, two balls, and no strikes.
This could actually go down to scenario 3 or even 4 as I look at Russ's text here. It's pretty complicated stuff. But there is a distinct possibility with Moses Lake winning this game, and West Valley already have won their opening game against the Panthers. Don't know what's going on with game 2. We won't know probably till that's over. There's a distinct possibility we could have a 3-way tie. And they would all be technically Big Nine champions. It would be a 3-way tie. They each get hardware. It's just a matter of who gets to play for the district championship, 1 against 2, who's 3, who's 4 on down the line.
What I was kind of told was it goes head-to-head between each schools. So the first game was a 10-run rule. We're at a 10-run rule. So the run rule effect does help.
Not yet, and I'll get to that in just a little bit. Especially if it's a 3-way tie, then things get really cattywampus.
Well, it's a quick 1-2-3 for the Mavericks of the Wildcats, and after 4 complete innings, it's the Mavericks 13, the Wildcats 3, and we'll be right back.
When your heating or cooling system is giving you trouble, call the diagnostic doctor from Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Here's the culprit right here.
All joking aside, when you call Dick's, you're calling 35 years of experience at customer service right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's strongly believes in repairing before replacing, and they service all major brands of HVAC units.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
A very interesting 4th inning, to say the least, with 9 earned runs in the top of the 4th by Moses Lake, and that seems to have given them all the momentum because Eastmont went down without much of a fight in the bottom of the 4th. We now move to the top of the 5th inning, scheduled for 7. And once again, here's Terry Ayton.
Yeah, Wildcats need some defense, need some runs after they get into the dugout.
The first thing, Terry, that occurs to me is just no more runs.
No more runs.
Yeah.
They can do it. They need to, but
We've seen it.
They need to stop their scoring. They need to score at least 1 to keep this game going, and then just start chiseling. And they've done it. We've seen it against Wenatchee. We've seen it, I think, down in Eisenhower too. They held on. Leading off for the Mavericks here and taking the first strike is number 20, Alina Lopez. She hits the ball to the shortstop, over to the first baseman, and 1 out. And we were just talking, they need that quick out first, and they finally got it. And that will bring up Amelia Beckert, number 16, the designated player. And going back to that designated player, you notice it's not the pitcher she's batting for.
Exactly.
It's from another player who may not be batting really well or may be injured.
But they can play defense.
Oh, yeah.
So, and that's almost always the case with the designated player, somebody who's really good with the glove and the arm but doesn't necessarily have a strong bat.
And if she does go into the field, they lose that batter now, and it's like squishing the DH in baseball. Some coaches like to use it because some of them don't know. Right over to Ava Garcia for the second out. Nice little pop fly.
Ava needed that. She struggled defensively mightily in the 4th inning. She needed something to get her confidence back.
Very much so.
That's what the doctor ordered.
But you notice 2 solid throws, and a throw to first was a good, and right underneath it, she's really sitting back in. And that's what a baseball or a softball player needs, is that confidence. Here's the first pitch to Addie Reffick for an outside ball 1. One thing about high school sports, and especially softball, it all comes down to the tiebreakers. A lot of times it does come down to the tiebreakers. And you may be ranked 1 or 3, but what are you going to do in the playoffs? That's where it all happens.
And this is where, and as this game gets closer to the end, and we're going to give Eastmont every chance in the world to come. We've seen some pretty crazy softball innings. I mean, Eastmont could easily put 13 on the board in an inning. You just never know. But looking at the tie-breaking procedures that Russ Waterman texted me, we may actually go all the way to like scenario 4.
This one's hit to the center fielder, and it's a 1-2-3 inning of the Mavericks, and Eastmont's going to be coming to the plate to make some damage, because if they don't score in the bottom half of the 5th, it will be a 10-run game. So, and we'll be right back after this.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome back to the Sterling Fourplex. It is Moses Lake 13, Eastmont 3, as Terry already mentioned. Eastmont has to score at least 1 run, or the Mercer rule will come into effect like it did with the first game. So here's the scenario for those of you just joining us. Eastmont won the first game by mercy rule, as a matter of fact. Moses Lake is 3 outs from doing that, which means they would be identical, and the head-to-head would no longer be effective for the tie-breaking on who gets to host the district championship. In the meantime, you got the West Valley Rams, who have beaten Wenatchee in Game 1 down in West Valley. So West Valley has only 2 league losses. Moses Lake would have 2 league losses, and Eastmont would have 2 league losses, and both Moses Lake and Eastmont have lost to West Valley.
Yeah.
So this is, again, it is pretty convoluted. A lot of it depends on what happens in West Valley. If Wenatchee comes back and beats West Valley in the second game, that takes West Valley out of the equation altogether.
Right.
But if West Valley wins, we got all kinds of things going on.
Leading off for the Wildcats is number 10, Maddie Wood. Her first pitch is a crack right to the second baseman, line drive for the first out.
So again, it's head-to-head results, but that would be a wash. It's not going to, if Moses Lake holds on, head-to-head doesn't matter. After that, it's run differential, but you can't have any more than 8 runs. If you win 22-2, you only get to count 8 of those runs. So you're capped at 8 runs per game. And then it goes to least runs allowed.
There's an interesting, Wenatchee has a least runs right now before these 2 games started.
Right. Well, Wenatchee only scored 1 run against West Valley. I don't know if it was an 11-1 Mercy or an 11-1 and they went 7 innings. That I don't know. So it could go down to scenario 3 or even 4. Again, if Moses Lake pulls out the victory here and West Valley sweeps Wenatchee, you have a 3-way tie for first, and you have this bizarre carousel of who beat who and all this other stuff.
It's almost like trying to figure out the playoffs for the NFL.
Yeah.
That's how much they This is up deck batting for the Wildcats right now is Ava Garcia. She's already taken the first 3 pitches down and in for 3-0 as we're trying to explain the playoff scenarios. Either way, if Eastmont comes is eliminated from the first place, I would say come out and support your Wildcats.
Sure, oh,
next
absolutely.
Year. Next Tuesday, they'll have a 5 o'clock game here, and Wenatchee will also have a 5 o'clock game over on the other side of the river.
Is that going to make it tough for you to do some assigning or not?
No, I've already got it pretty much planned out, yeah.
The king of the spreadsheets, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. Now batting is number 14, Allie Hastings.
Excuse me.
Takes the first pitch low, ball 1.
I didn't know if you knew where it was. Our good buddy Tim Bronchitis just came by to say hi. He's one of our contractor players.
Here's the next pitch, inside and low, ball.
You'd like Tim. You should talk to him. He's a great guy.
I think I recognize him.
Yeah. Tim Brontosaurus or something. I don't know his last name. I don't know his first name either quite a bit. He's an interesting character. He really is.
That's one thing about the Wenatchee Valley. We've had some people here that know this valley really well, and they're just really friendly.
Yeah. It's a good place to live. I like it here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I left and moved back.
Yeah, that's true.
Even your sister moved and came back. So
a couple of times.
Here's the next pitch. Ball, change up a little bit high.
Every time I think about moving, I always remember that I can't because of it's maybe a parole violation. So, you know. So you just learn to live with it. Yeah. All right. Well, Eastmont's got to got a chance.
3-1, runner at first base. Next pitch is called strike to load up the count at 3-2. On deck for the Wildcats is McKenna Eckel.
For the most slick pitcher, is there pressure just to end it now?
I think there is some pressure because she knows if she gets the inning over, the game's over. But I think it's rattling her a little bit because
that's what I noticed.
Out of the 5 pitches, she's uneasy with her pitching. So got 2 on, 1 out. McKenna Eckel coming to the plate, and she's been on the plate on bases twice this game, but hasn't scored. She's been left stranded on the bases. She's looking to drive in some runs right now for the Wildcats. Here's the first pitch down in it low, ball 1. And Eastmont is like, we got to score runs too, so they've put a little pressure on themselves to score a run.
For Eastmont, the idea is just don't get mercied and live to play another inning.
That's true.
Get 2, maybe 3, keep the game alive, and then try and get them in the 6th and the 7th.
Yes.
You can't. How do you need an elephant? What's the old line there? 1 bite at a time.
1 bite at it's.
Well, you've eaten a couple of elephants. I can tell by your body. You've.
I can't exercise anymore.
That's true.
But one thing about, and if you're looking to lose weight, why don't you come and contact me so we can use more officials like people out there?
I hadn't seen Terry in a while, and he reached out to me before the spring sports season began as the assigner for the Chelan County Association for Softball Officials, and said, I need bodies. I need warm bodies. Well, from what I've seen, at least the gentlemen here have done a pretty darn good job.
These are one of my 2 top officials. Next week, we're going to have a 17-year-old from Wenatchee High School doing her first playoff game, and will be going to state. That's how good she is. First pitch is called strike.
So she's umpiring and not playing.
No, and I asked her, I go, Clementine, why aren't you playing? She goes, I just don't. I'm not that good. But she wanted to get into umpiring, which is going to help her with her college finances.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've had girls come up to me and say, hey, can I do this? Yeah, and if you need to go.
So does that mean that Caroline, is that her name? I'm sorry, Caroline?
Clementine.
Clementine. Oh, my darling. Does that mean she can't do Wenatchee Panther games because she goes there?
Basically, we tried to eliminate that because if a coach found out.
It's one thing if you're
she knew she was going to get heckled. Mm-hmm. The volleyball situation at Wenatchee. It's loud, and the fans are really, and just like the fans are going to be here, cheering on their players. 3-2, 1 out. Runners at first and second for McKenna Eckel, and this pitch is outside for ball 4 to load them up.
Here you go, Eastmont.
Eastmont is now.
All they got to do is push 1 across and take that mercy rule off.
Mallory Lane coming up. She's looking to get a ribby at least 1, maybe 2. She's hit her really well today too. Here's the pitch. Foul ball down the first base line. I remember when your older sister.
I have 2 older. No, I have 1. Yeah, I have an older. You mean Stephanie? Kathy's younger than I am.
Oh, Kathy.
Yes.
She played here at Wenatchee, and she was a top Big 9 player in every sport she played. But the fast pitch side was very not competitive.
Well, it wasn't fast pitch; it was slow pitch back there in the '80s. So there was no. They didn't switch over to fast pitch softball till a number of years after she graduated. But when she was in high school, class of '84, it was there was just the spring sport was softball, but it was slow pitch.
0-2 pitch coming up. Ball inside and low. Ball 1.
Which was crazy because then she played club, and it was fast pitch. Everything was fast pitch except high school.
I remember when the old Triangle Field was down there, and she was always playing that in those leagues. And she was on one of those dominating teams. And these girls love to have that opportunity. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the second out of the inning, and that will bring up Bella Walker. Oop, number 1's coming to the plate. Avery Gilstrap is coming into the game.
We're going to have a bit of a lineup change. Again, this is Eastmont's last chance to avoid the mercy rule, as this is the bottom of the 5th inning. And the Mavericks do have a 10-run lead. The funny thing is, and I agree with the mercy rule, we've seen some games that weren't very competitive. Some programs on the rise, some other programs rebuilding. We've seen that. We see some very crazy softball scores, especially from the smaller schools. Well, you know, who are happy to have 11 girls in the entire program, as opposed to having 3 teams to choose from. So that being said, this would be an exception because Eastmont is certainly capable of putting up a lot of runs quickly. So I would have a hard time with the mercy rule in this scenario. And again, the 9 runs that Moses Lake scored at the top of the 4th were all unearned, every one of them.
Yeah. This is Avery Gilstrap batting for the first time today. First pitch is inside, and the ball gets away. Here comes the run that Eastmont's been looking for. This could be the key.
We'll play one more inning. We know that.
But here's the thing about the 10-run rule. You get 10 runs in the 6th. It's also into the 6th, too.
Yeah.
But Eastmont doesn't want that to happen. They want to claw back in, get close to it, and then work in the 6th and 7th innings to make this a ball game and try to go for the division win. Here's the pitch right between the first base and second base. 1-1, and here comes the second. An error by the left fielder, but doesn't hurt them because the runner, Avery Gilstrap, stops at first, but 2 runs score. That's an RBI. Those are 2 RBIs.
I think you could charge her an error on that second run. I don't think that second run crosses the plate if she fields it cleanly.
It would have been close.
Yeah.
So it depends on what the official
Again,
scored.
I'm not keeping the official scorebook. The first run was definitely earned, but I don't think the runner from second would have scored if the right fielder had handled it cleanly.
That's the 3rd time the ball has gotten away from the Moses Lake catcher, and a runner has advanced. Ball 1. Runner now up at second base. 13-6. The Mavericks over the Wildcats. Here's the Cubs' next pitch. A little outside, ball 2.
Good for the Wildcats. They showed a little fight.
They are.
They could have just laid down, especially with 2 outs, because again, their runs are. This is a 2-out rally for them.
Oh, right into the gap. 1 run will score, and this is going to be a ball game now. It's a 13-7 Moses Lake lead, but Eastmont is starting to chip away.
What was that saying about Eastmont's ability to pour a lot of runs in a short period of time? There you go.
There you go. And this will bring up Aubrey Clark. Last time she hit a hard line shot to the second baseman. She's now trying to get it over her head. Here's the first pitch. Right back to the backstop. Runner now moves up 60 feet.
Moses Lake's pitcher is struggling mightily to throw strikes, and when she does, it's getting hit.
Yeah. When Eastmont's finally seeing the ball and ready to hit. 0-1, here's the next pitch to Aubrey Clark from the cover. A little outside. That ball almost got away from the catcher again. Yep. If Aubrey Clark gets on, it would bring up Holly Raddick, the home run leader for the Wildcats. Next pitch is outside. 3 balls and no strikes. I wonder if we're going to get a pitching change.
I would assume, again, we can't see the bullpens, what passes for bullpens and in fast pitch softball, but I'm assuming they must have somebody warming up.
Here's the next pitch. Strike on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Everything has been decided by the players here. Next pitch is fouled. Coaches haven't yelled. Coaches haven't complained too much, like in the first game. And the players are Moses Lake got down and just folded.
Yeah.
In the first game. Eastmont got down and hasn't folded. That's what it is. And this one's fouled out of the play again. Again, they're making their pitcher work, which means the arm's got to start getting tired. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base. Aubrey Clark is looking for another RBI. Swing and the miss, strike 3. But Eastmont has now expanded this game to go to the 6th inning with a 13-7 Mavericks lead. And we'll be right back to continue this exciting game.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community. As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
A kitchen that makes mouths water and jaws drop. A bedroom from a dream with a bath from a spa. A walk-in you'd never want to walk out of. A pool like the fountain of youth. And a view that never gets old. When buying or selling a home of the highest standards, it's comforting to be represented by a real estate company with standards to match. Coldwell Banker Global Luxury. Live well with Coldwell.
And we are back. It's been a very entertaining second game of the doubleheader between the Moses Lake Mavericks and the Eastmont Wildcats from the Sterling fourplex. Eastmont stayed off, getting 10 a run, getting mercy by putting 4 across the plate in the bottom of the 5th inning to tighten things up a little bit. Moses Lake still has a rather impressive 13-7 lead as we head to the top of the 6th, scheduled for 7. And once again with the call, Terry Aiden.
Leading off for the Mavericks, number 15, Avery Getzinger. Eastmont's looking to shut them down again like they did in the last inning. 1, 2, 3, and here's the first pitch from Liz Forba. Called strike. Way to jump out there first, get that first strike of the bat. Pitchers always like that first strike. Calms them down a little bit.
Yep.
Here's the next pitch. A little inside and low for ball 1.
Well, she's got to be, I mean, Eastmont should all be pretty well uplifted right now.
Oh, yeah.
By staying alive. As you mentioned, they didn't lay down.
No.
They were down to basically their last out.
Next foul ball comes straight back.
That's what I love about baseball and softball. You have to give the other team a chance.
You
can't
do.
run out the clock.
Nope. You don't have that 30-second time that which that brings me up to the national semifinals. Duke should have ran it out, but that's another story for another time. Here's the next pitch from Liz. It's a line shot right over the second baseman, and the right fielder's over and got a lead-off single for the Mavericks, and that will bring up Sam Kling. Oh.
Maybe not. Moses Lake's coach wants to going to talk to the umpire here.
Most likely it's probably going to get a pitch runner for, looks like number 11 for the Mavericks.
I think she was the pinch runner of the last half inning that we couldn't identify who it was because her hair was covering up the number on her back. Looks like the same one.
11 for 15.
11 for 15. Okay. Yep, that's correct. Well, now we know.
That's right. And once I find the Moses Lake roster,
There's also, we need to emphasize the fact that Moses Lake's uniforms are dark, and all the uniforms of both teams are quite dirty after we're late into the second game. They don't exactly put on fresh uniforms between games.
No.
So
Amaya Martinez is into the game.
Thank you.
She normally plays on the JV team, and here's the first pitch.
I have never been a fan of that play at the high school level.
The one at first base?
The quick snap throw to either first or third. It just is nothing but trouble. I've never seen them work, and I've seen them backfire many, many times. If I was a coach, I would simply forbid my catcher.
This one's into the
That's
gap.
gone. That's
Yep.
gone. Yeah.
2-run shot.
That had that sound about it, Terry, when she hit it. That cleared the fence by a pretty good margin.
Oh, yeah. One of the longest home runs of the day.
Yeah.
I bet if we put the pickup truck out there, it would have hit that.
Would have hit the pickup truck. But that was a blast. Up into the jet stream, the wind is still blowing, even though the sun is beginning to dip down over the horizon.
I think
there's still plenty of wind.
I think Pangborn Airport just announced, hey, we got clearance.
Yeah. We have to divert our flight.
Now batting for the Mavericks, number 7, Lila Johnson. She's been on base twice and has scored both times. Here's the first pitch. This one's hit up in the air.
This trouble
to the left fielder, and she uses both hands this time
there you go.
to make the out. Jabari got talked to about that in the dugout.
You mentioned they're going to redo the infield. It is extremely dusty.
Yeah.
Even the slightest breeze causes the wind to pick up. So they're going to replace it with some sort of a clay soil kind of a compound to keep it down?
I believe they are. Here's the next pitch. This one's high.
That's gone too.
She's underneath it.
Oh, it's not gone, but
she couldn't see it.
Couldn't see it. It's going to be a triple, though.
Yep.
Thought the wind was going to take that over the fence, Terry. It almost did.
Almost.
One more biscuit for breakfast, and that's gone, right?
She should have ate her Egos for breakfast.
There you go.
But 1 out, 1 on, and this will bring up the second baseman, Maya Martinez. This lady is a very competitive person. I've done her softball, slow pitch games. I've done her high school games. Mm-hmm. We usually talk to players out there in games like this. This one's down the foul line
it's
and
catchable. Nice
catch, but the runner will score from third.
That was a nice catch.
That was.
And she kind of had to do that. There's a school of thought where you purposely don't catch it. But there's no double play scenario that would have gotten them out of the inning. The runner was on third, so I think the coach is happy that she made a great catch.
She did.
But it did allow Moses Lake to score another run.
Right, and this will bring up Kaiten DeCover. She has pitched pretty well today. Has at times been a little bit weak on her throws, and I think the coach is going to talk to her and arrest her for. She's probably going to be glad if they do win this game to get those 4 or 5 days of rest, unless she has to play travel ball this weekend.
Yeah, that's if there's any big advantage to whoever gets to host the district championship, somebody has to host it. Number 1 will host number 2. The winner moves on to state. Number 2 continues on. It's that kind of scenario. You really want to host the game and then win the game. For the district championship, but right now everything is up for grabs.
Oh yeah.
As we mentioned before, if Moses Lake pulls out the victory, Moses Lake will finish with 2 league losses, 1 to Eastmont, 1 to West Valley. If West Valley wins out, they finish with 2 league losses. I don't know who West Valley lost to.
When Eastmont.
Eastmont
has lost to West Valley and maybe to
Moses Lake.
So
it could literally go to that 3rd or even 4th tiebreaker scenario.
Oh yeah.
But I believe if they all finish tied for first, I don't believe they split the trophy 3 ways. I think they're all considered champions.
Wait a minute. I can actually say for the very first time in Eastmont history, the lights are on.
The lights are on.
The lights just came on.
Moses, you got anything over there? Any balls?
For those of you who didn't pick up from the umpire, they've run out of softballs, apparently. How many foul balls have we had? I don't know.
All right. No balls, 1 strike. Batting is Elena Lopez. Here's the next pitch, and
there
goes another one.
Somebody go get that. If I'm a enterprising little kid, I'm gonna go get that ball. I'm gonna charge the umpire $5 to give it back to him.
Well,
who says I have to give it back?
Well, do it like the Apple Sox do.
Yeah.
You bring us back the foul ball, you're gonna get a drink ticket or a game ticket.
Right.
Which is pretty cool. This is gonna be.
Right to her.
She hits it her glove and drops.
In the meantime, they weren't paying attention.
Yep.
And the batter who hit the ball that was dropped for what should have been the 3rd out just kind of walked to second base while everybody stood around.
Well, you notice she stopped, saw the play, and then just trotted in. And it's like,
well, when the runner went past third base and had to dive back to keep him getting picked off, they paid no attention to the runner at second, who basically walked in. And so now the scenario exists with one more base hit from Moses Lake, and they go back up by 10 again.
And batting for the Mavericks is number 16, Amelia Beckert.
That was a nice pitch right there.
That was.
Very good pitch. Oh, good. The wind died down.
We were just talking about that.
My toupee almost flew off.
I think mine already did.
yours blew off about 25 years ago, Terry.
And when I turned 20, my sister said, "Happy birthday, you're going bald."
Yeah.
And so basically I started
That's what siblings are for.
But I'll guarantee you, after tonight's games, I know they've been close, they've been competitive and everything like that. You talk to these girls, they're going to be upbeat. They're going to be going, hey, what we're going to do tomorrow and everything. And that's the one thing great about.
Well, the one thing they're going to do is going to go, who do we play next and where? Because nobody's going to know.
Because I'll guarantee you, as soon as they find out, I'm going to find out, and it's going to be fun to know who. Because they told me it's going to be late tonight, early Saturday morning. So, line shot, that just gives us. This may be a 10.
And the insurance run.
And there's the 11th run.
That puts Eastmont in a pretty difficult hole.
Well, they've done it last inning. They need to do it again here.
The last inning, they only needed to score 1, and they scored 4. But now they're going to have to score at least 2.
Yeah.
In the bottom of the 6th inning to keep from being mercied out.
And he's going to make a player change here, it looks like.
How new are the lights here at Sterling?
This is the first time.
This year?
This year.
They put them in this year?
They put them in last fall.
So same time they put in the new lights at the football stadium, because they look like it's the same kind of lights.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
And this is the first time they've been on for a game.
16.
Okay.
One for 16.
One's coming in, and that will be, give me a second. I will.
Yeah, we weren't expecting to be here. It's a little bit after 8 o'clock here on this Friday night.
Villa.
And the first game started right on time, exactly at 4. So we're basically 4 hours in to the doubleheader. Now, we didn't do the first game of the doubleheader.
And we're having a pitching change.
Yes, we are.
Mallory Lane is going to be the pitcher.
She moving from shortstop?
She's
no,
moving
we have, okay, on the warm it up. Okay.
And that.
23 for 1.
And another substitution. 23
23
is in, and 1 is out for Moses Lake. I believe it was Moses Lake he was singing about.
Oh, no, this was for Wenatchee because we got a new catcher. And again, the long hair is blocking the number.
Yeah, we can't read the can't read the number. Well, of interesting scenario, Eastmont had to score at least a run in the bottom of the 5th to keep the mercy rule from being inflicted. They ended up scoring 4, and Moses Lake turns around in the top of the 6th and scores 5.
Yeah.
That's
what softball's all about.
Yeah, all the substitutions now, we're just going to have to wing it from this point forward.
Number 21 is Addie Reffick, so she's not changed.
Nope. She's
new pitcher for Eastmont. Mallory Lane's in. First pitch is a called strike. As the pitcher was warming up for Eastmont, the runner at first base was timing her move. Foul tip. (0-2) here. Eastmont's looking to get back into the dugout, maybe score at least a couple runs.
They're going to have to, unfortunately.
Yeah. And there it is. Innings over, but Moses Lake scores 5 runs here in the top of the 6th.
Big home run.
Very big home run. But we'll be right back after these quick messages.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
And we are back at the Sterling Fourplex on what's been, well, entertaining to say the least game between the Wildcats and the Mavericks. Game 2 of the doubleheader. Again, Eastmont won the first one on a mercy game, 14-3. And Eastmont has got their proverbial backs against the wall. They need to score at least 2 runs to keep this game alive. Oh, excuse me. They only need to score 1 run. It's 18-7 is the score right now, so it's an 11-run lead. Eastmont's in the same boat they were in last time. They've got to score a run, or this game will be over. Terry, it's all yours, bud.
All right. Hallie Raddick comes up and takes the first pitch down and low for ball 1. Well, I know Wenatchee baseball has lost today, 4-2 and 6-3.
Wow, that's pretty good because the West Valley Rams have not lost a league game in 2 years.
Oh, this one's down the baseline, rounding first and holding. Hallie leads off with a single to start the.
And here come the Wildcats again.
There we go. Maddie Wood is now coming. Oh, number 10.
Number 10, Maddie Wood.
Maddie Wood is coming to the plate. Yeah, that's right. I'm just looking at Maddie Wood's uniforms, completely curling. I'm like, how's that happening?
Really?
First pitch is called a strike, a little bit high.
The one thing that they must love at that new Wenatchee High School facility, which by the way is beautiful, is that after the game, you pull up the 3 bases, you put them in the storage shed, and you're done.
Yep.
That's it.
And at the end of the season, they just tear down the netting.
Yeah.
Oh, they're hitting the ball. They're ripping it.
Yeah.
First 2 runners are on, first and second, and that brings up Ava Garcia.
Ava Garcia.
She does have some.
She's been, yeah, Ava can hit the ball. The Mosley pitcher is basically kind of just throwing BP there.
It seems like it.
Kind of just, you know, cookie cutting it over the plate there. And if you do that, Eastmont's going to hit it.
Oh, yeah. And I'll guarantee you don't want to put her in her hit strong because she'll send it gone. She may hit 8th Street out there. Here's the next pitch to Ava. Ball inside, and this ball will get hit the batter. That's her second time today she's been hit. They do not want to pitch her.
That was a strange way to get hit, wasn't it?
14, Allie Hastings.
Allie Hastings now coming to the plate, looking to do some damage here on the scoreboard.
And again, same scenario. Moses Lake is letting Eastmont stick around.
And that may be a problem. Here's the next pitch. And there's 1 run in. Runners all move up. So when Eastmont's not looking to
no. They're not laying down at all.
Oh no. They want to keep fighting here.
I'm impressed with the fight in these Wildcats.
Very much so.
That 9-run 4th inning with 900 runs would have probably buried most other teams.
But Eastmont is fighting and fighting, just like they did against Wenatchee. Wenatchee jumps up on the big league, and they just kept fighting back.
Yeah, very impressive, even though the Panthers boys baseball team lost 2 down at West Valley and got swept in the season series. West Valley has not lost a league game in, I think, 2.5 years.
They do have a good baseball program.
But for Wenatchee to play them that close in Yakima, that's pretty good.
Well, the funny thing is, Wenatchee wasn't really serious about being 2nd or 3rd place. They were thinking down the lower end, and they're really playing good ball.
Yeah, Mr. Skyleman has that baseball team looking pretty good. He's got it turned around there.
Allie Hastings looking at a 3-1 pitch, looking to get another run to keep this game going. Ball 4, loads up the bases again.
Now the Moses Lake coach has got to be a little nervous. I mean, it's bases loaded, there's nobody out. Yeah, Eastmont's down by 10 runs, but they kept themselves alive in the last inning, and they not only have a chance to keep from getting the mercy ruled, but they could get, not only could they get mercy ruled, but they can get right back in it.
No, they could.
Absolutely.
There's no quit in Eastmont this year. I've seen them down many times, and they just keep fighting. They don't know what the word stop means. Just found out that Wenatchee has lost both games down.
11-1 and 15-5.
Yeah, so
you got your score before I got it from my sister. I wonder who she likes better, you or me?
Well, I didn't get it from her either.
Yeah.
So. But I think, you know, with the lights on, they need to move back these double headers to like a 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock games.
Yeah.
Because it does make it look nice.
Well, this is also very late in the season. You know, sunset is after 8 o'clock now. This is very nice early in the year.
Oh, yeah.
Early in the year. And there are still, I think, a couple of teams around that do not have lights in their softball field, like this did not have.
And here comes another run on a wild pitch.
And that means we will go the distance. We will have a full 7-inning affair.
Yes, we will. Again, the fight in the Wildcats. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change now, because this would be the second mound visit in this inning. So he just takes the ball from the cover, and coming into the game, looks like number 18. Nope.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do, Terry. We'll take a 30-second break, get us a chance to catch our breath, and then we'll come back. You're watching a very entertaining, if somewhat lengthy, girls softball game between the Moses Lake Mavericks and the Eastmont Wildcats. We're going to take a 30-second break and come right back.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series is the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
All right, we are back at the Sterling Fourplex. So here's the scenario as we head into the top of the 7th. This will go 7 complete now. The Moses Lake Mavericks had two chances to inflict the mercy rule on Eastmont. Eastmont has come back to stay alive. They came back with 4 runs. They need to score at least 1 in the bottom of the 5th. They scored 4. They needed to score at least 1 in the bottom of the 6th. They've scored 2. There's still nobody out. And Eastmont not only has a chance to keep from being mercy rule, they have a chance to do some real damage here. There's nobody out.
Nobody out.
And they're hitting the ball, but Moses Lake has decided it's time to get a fresh arm in there. It's probably the right move.
This is Melanie Eckel coming up to the plate. Number 25 is in for the Mavericks. We don't have it. It's not even on their roster. But they have it on the plate, because if they didn't have it on there, she would have been removed. First pitch to her is a strike. Next pitch is a ball. We've got a 1-1 count. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Next pitch is on the inside part of the plate for McKenna is looking to keep this inning going, and next pitch is up high, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. One thing about Eastmont, they love to fight. I've seen it all year with the Wildcats being come to their games, and even at the Wenatchee game. they were down. They kept fighting. They kept fighting. They kept fighting. And this ball is inside for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's the fun part about high school sports. A team that keeps fighting. Yeah, you want to win, but it tells the coach something.
Mm-hmm.
And it tells the opponent, hey, you don't mess with us. 3-2. Here's the next pitch to McKenna Echo. This one's up in the air, going down the line, underneath it, and makes the out. Ava Garcia tags up and will score. Run number 10 for the Wildcats, but 1 out. One big out for the Mavericks.
Yeah, I think Moses Lake definitely would trade the run for the out there. And they'll do it 2 more times if they need to.
They will give her a sacrifice fly RBI. And that will bring up Mallory Lane, who is now the pitcher for the Wildcats. Here's the pitch.
Earlier they ran out of softballs. They may have run out of players at this point.
One thing about high school football, you can only play with a minimum of 9. You can't play with 8.
That's true.
Next pitch is called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Notice we're still in the Apple Valley, capital of the world, and you know when the sun goes down, it's going to get chilly if the wind's blowing.
Yeah, I came prepared, obviously. People were looking at me like, why am I wearing a sweatshirt in the middle of the afternoon? I said, you just wait.
We know Wenatchee really well.
Of course, both Moses Lake coaches are in T-shirts and shorts, so.
And so is Eastmont.
So is Eastmont, yep.
Here's the next pitch. A little up and in, ball 3. 3 balls, and then.
Again.
Oh, and she's running down to third. Here it comes. Oh.
Just not a very smart move by the catcher. I would, if I was a coach, I would never allow my catcher to ever do a quick throw like that.
No.
It never works, and it leads to trouble every time.
And they almost let her score again on that overthrow.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be smart on on
especially
your
with an
pickoff
8-run lead. Why give them a free run?
Yeah. It just gives the other team momentum.
Right.
And right now, Big Mo is starting to come back for the Wildcats. Next pitch. Hits right back to the pitcher off her glove. Runner, got a runner at first, is out.
Nice job by sticking with it with the pitcher.
Yes.
Best case scenario, the runner from third couldn't really do much.
Now batting, number 23.
That ball was hit hard, but right at her, and she fielded it cleanly, held the runner.
Now into the game for the Wildcats, number 23, Remy Rodriguez. Yep. Fans are starting to get on. The kids are starting to get to play. And that's the best part. Hey, my daughter, my son is starting to play in the game. And you see all these cameras start coming up. First pitch is outside, ball 1. And I don't know if that's the Eastmont crowd or the JV team over there.
The JV game is still going on behind us. How they can even see the ball is beyond me. But they probably figured, well, if the varsity's still playing, let's just play some more. We all took the same bus, right?
You're right.
No.
And they'll go to some fast food place, eat, and then go home. Here's the next pitch. Down low, ball 3. 3 balls and no strike. I thought we would definitely be done before the JV game.
Well, we had a couple of quick innings and a couple of innings that took quite some time to play.
True.
We are now 2 hours and 10 minutes into this game.
And that is a long game in a fast pitch game. That is.
And, of course, the first game went over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Or close to it. No, the first game was about an hour 45.
Correct.
But this game is over the 2 hour mark.
Foul tip. Counts now full.
And we're going the distance.
Going.
Eastmont scored enough runs to keep from getting mercied.
If Rodriguez gets on, that will bring us back to the top of the order. Liz Fulbright. Eastmont's looking to extend the inning.
I wonder if either of these teams know that West Valley swept Wenatchee in girls softball to finish their regular season with just 2 league losses.
Yeah. And strike 3 in the inning. Wenatchee scores 3 runs, but makes it a 18-10 game after 6 innings. We're going to the top of the 7th right after these messages.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, your place for fun, food, and friends. Happy hour every day, 2 to 7. Try their brand new menu and famous prime rib every Saturday night. Planning a celebration? Book your holiday party, wedding, or private event, even in their exclusive simulator rooms. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, where every day is a celebration. Visit today.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCWLIFE channel.
And we are back on a +3, and I mean very well. The wind just came up big time. Almost blew all my stuff away. Whoa! That's a big gust of wind. We're at the top of the 7th inning. We are going the distance. Moses Lake had a couple of chances to mercy rule the Wildcats. Did not do so. Eastmont stays alive. Moses Lake still has a pretty commanding 18-10 lead. This is game 2 of the doubleheader. The first game was an easy 14-3 Wildcat victory. Moses Lake is looking to win the nightcap. And once again with the call, provided his papers don't blow away, is Terry Aiden.
Leading off for the Mavericks is number 26, Carly Walker. Takes the first pitch up and in for ball 1. Here's the next pitch. This one's popped up. Avery Garcia's underneath it. Oh, that one almost spun out of her glove too, but makes the out for out number 1.
Both of these teams have got to be tired by now. Outside of a 20-minute break, they've been playing softball for over 4 hours.
Well, one thing about these girls, they go play a tournament, they'll play 4 or 5 in a day.
I know. That's insane.
But they're always eating, you know, they're
Right.
getting the high food. The parents are always feeding them. They're getting the rest. But in baseball, you play a doubleheader and you're done for the day. Sam Kling's coming up to the plate, and it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. And
when you're 17 years old, you can eat plastic and it doesn't do anything to you.
This is true. Next pitch is up and away, ball 2. I know my mom always got mad. She'd make this big thing, I eat it, I wouldn't gain any weight.
Guess what?
I gained it back.
Those days are gone, buddy.
Yes, they are. I think that's why I wanted to referee some more.
Nice catch.
That's a nice catch. She turned her glove just in time to catch that, put her glove underneath that ball. Line drive, basically, for out number 2. And that will bring up Lila Johnson. This is what Eastmont wants to do. They want to shut them down so they can get their bats back up, because they're going to the top of the order, and it means hopefully hits and runs for them. Oh, that wind is definitely picking up. You can hear it through our mics.
Yeah, that's the first time, actually, in quite some time, you can actually hear the wind through our microphones.
This one's popped up. Underneath it is the catcher, and it drops just in front of her.
That is the third baseman's play at all times. That was a very tough play for the catcher. The third baseman should have called that immediately.
Yep.
And the coach is telling her that right now.
There's
the third baseman's play.
There's certain things, if the center fielder calls it, nobody catches it.
Right.
If the shortstop calls it, nobody catches it.
The catcher called for the ball, but she should not have.
No, she shouldn't. And that's a foul tip for strike 2.
I like the moxie, but that would have been an easy catch by the third baseman. It was called off by the catcher.
And she was moving in really quickly to get underneath it too.
Yeah.
Here's the next pitch. A little up. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop, Ava Garcia, over to first base for out number 3. So going to the bottom of the 7th, Eastmont needs 8 runs to tie, 9 to win. We'll be right back after this.
Actually, we're going to stay right here, Terry.
Okay.
I figure we're going into the bottom of the 7th inning, so let's do a quick little recap of where we sit as far as who's going to win this darn thing as far as the Columbia Basin Big Nine. By all intents and purposes, at this point, it looks like it's going to be a 3-way tie. Now we have to go through all those scenarios on who gets to host and who plays in the district championship. Who's going to end up with, believe it or not, 2 league losses and finish 3rd.
First, we have to go.
That's just crazy.
First, we have to go to Tuesday because those are not. They're playing games.
Right.
So
but we don't even know who that's going to happen. Again,
I know Wenatchee's one of them.
Right.
It could be West Valley.
It could be Eastmont.
It could be Moses Lake.
Yeah.
We don't know.
We have no idea. Again, the first part of the tiebreaker, again, this is to who's going to, at this point, it's unless there's an incredible comeback by Eastmont here, it's going to be a 3-way tie for the Big Nine Championship between the Moses Lake Mavericks, Eastmont Wildcats, and the West Valley Rams. So who hosts the district championship and who will play in it? We don't know. The first tiebreaker is head-to-head. That's going to be a 3-way tie. The second is run differential, but you don't get any more than 8 runs per game. So blowouts don't count, if that means anything.
And this 18-10 margin could help Eastmont a lot.
Yeah, well, it could help Moses Lake a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again. And then the third tiebreaker is least runs allowed. I don't know where we would go from there. Somebody's going to have to go through every score of every game to figure this out. If whoever the AD in charge of softball, every sport in the Big Nine has an athletic director, and one of the 7 is in charge of that sport, is going to have a very difficult rest of their Friday night. Because everybody's going to want to know as soon as possible, who do we play and when and all that stuff.
And then he's just waiting for that report to come in.
He's probably. I wonder if he's watching this broadcast right now.
He could be too.
Yeah, I don't know who it is. Actually.
It's somebody down south. I know that.
Is it?
Yeah. Liz Fulbright's coming up. Has now just swung at 2 balls, and she's down 0-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Excuse me. Liz is starting. She wants to make some damage here for.
Kudos, by the way, to our crew who have been putting up with some very long hours and very difficult conditions. Again, we haven't done a game here at Sterling in quite some time. It's been 2-3 years anyway. So from a logistical standpoint, as you saw, Terry, when you got here, this takes a lot of work.
It does.
This takes a lot. They didn't think about televising softball games in high definition when they built this complex, so we just work with what we have. And we got cables run everywhere and all kinds of cattywampus things.
Well, the last time you were here, the fence was a little bit lower.
Right, there were no lights.
That's right, and this one's belted into the gap, and Liz Fulbright will get a stand-up, sliding in double. Ball pops up. So Eastmont starts the inning with a big bang from Liz Fulbright with a double, and that will bring up Aubrey Clark.
You don't suppose they're going to score 8 runs and we're going to go to the 8th inning, do you?
Can we pray for 9? Can we just pray for 9 and get this game over with? That's what Eastmont's looking for.
Yeah.
Moses Lake's already scored 9 runs in the 5th inning. I think Eastmont wants their same 9 runs back.
So, near as I can tell, it's probably going to go all the way down to the 3rd tiebreaker. At least the 2nd. We know that. The first tiebreaker is null and void because everybody has canceled everybody else out between West Valley, Eastmont, and Moses Lake.
There's one thing that can change that whole thing right now. That 9 runs that if Eastmont scores, Eastmont gets it automatically.
Well, we don't know.
No, we don't.
We have no idea.
No, we don't.
somebody is going to have 2 league losses. That's it, which any other year would normally win you the league, second at worst. Somebody's going to end up with 2 league losses and finish third. Not third in the league. They're all going to win the championship. They're going to split the trophy 3 ways. But third is a
Ball
seed
gets
in the
past.
district, which means they're going to have to play an extra game to make it to state. That's going to be tough for whoever ends up in that third position with 2 losses. It's the, Scott, you know how to do that?
As we got some little technical problems, I'll keep calling the game. Aubrey Clark, it looks like the 3-1 pitch. Here's the next pitch outside for ball 4. Runners now on the corners, and that will bring up number 3, Haley Raddick.
Now batting number 3, Hallie Raddick.
Hallie's the team leader in RBIs, on home runs and RBIs. She's looking to score at least 1. Catcher steps out, gives the infield their signal of what kind of play that they're going to do just in case Eastmont looks to bunt. I don't think they're looking to bunt with Hallie coming up to the plate. Last inning, Hallie hit a double and scored a run in the last inning. First pitch is outside and away for ball 1. Crowd is starting to pick up noise. Even the JV team behind us is starting to make noise. It's a great day for fast pitch softball. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Next pitch is up. Ball 2, 2 balls in the Aubrey Clint just now jumping over first base, looking to advance that 60 feet down to second base.
I heard that. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that, Terry. I had to step away for just a little bit. Technical difficulties.
Oh, swing and a miss, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners on the corner here in the bottom of the 7th, and Eastmont's looking to do some damage to Moses Lake, because let's put it, if Moses Lake, if it becomes a 1-run game, it does throw a big twist now into run scores.
Again, we have this run differential for all games. Every one of them, they add them all up. It's not just between the teams. It's kind of cattywampus. It's they might not even figure it out till tomorrow. So
I think they want to get it done and over with.
Yeah. So for each tied team, they calculate the total run differential in games played by the tied teams. You can't get any more than 8 runs, though. So it is the 3. So it'll be run differential between all 3 teams combined, which is just nuts.
Oh yeah. Ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here we go.
Or they just draw, draw 3 of them out of a hat in order and call it good.
That could be an easier way to solve the problem.
I mean, it seems silly that a run scored back in the middle of April would decide who wins the district championship.
True.
At the end of May.
Here's the next pitch. Oh, down the left field line, and run will score. Aubrey Clark to third, and she's being held up to run double for Hallie Raddick. And that makes it 18-11 with runners now in both scoring positions. Maddie Wood now comes up.
They were almost ready to have 2 girls go up and hit.
The 2 most dangerous players now coming up for the Wildcats, looking to do more damage. Here's the next pitch. Ball inside and low. You notice, I noticed Maddie Wood's style now. In the first part of the game, she was loose and relaxed. She is now focused.
Yeah.
She wants a pitch. She wants a drive. And that's what you need to do when you come up to the plate.
Maybe somebody in the Eastmont contingent did all the math and said, okay, we need to score 6 runs if we get to host district. So
this will be fun to find out.
I mean, even going to tiebreaker scenario 2, which is run differential, is something you never see or rarely see. And of course, it's a 3-way tie, which is I can't remember the last time we had a three-way tie in this conference. Do you?
No. It's always been between Moses Lake and Eastmont the last 5 or 6 years.
Right,
Yeah.
sure.
Last time anybody was different was Wenatchee. This one's high pop fly. Shortstop's underneath it.
She's struggling with it.
And
she got it.
She got it. You notice she used both hands to catch that ball.
And even then, it was a snow cone.
Yeah. And that now will bring up Ava Garcia.
Ava Garcia.
But there's only one out. That means
yeah.
She's either walked or got hit by a pitch.
Yeah, it's a straight. I mean, it's a. She's gotten beat up pretty good today.
She has.
She's had to dive into the dirt to field balls at shortstop. She's had some bounce off her. She's been hit twice. She's going to be one sore girl tomorrow morning.
Mom and Dad, do you have a jacuzzi she can use?
No, that's foul ball.
That's foul.
That's pulled pretty bad.
Yeah. But it was just short enough where the fielder didn't get enough there. But she was looking for that pitch. You could tell. Well, the JV game is now over because I see him walking by us.
Oh, yeah. Might have been called by darkness.
They could
I mean,
have.
obviously this game would have been, of course, they probably would not have started at 4 had this come in. Wouldn't have that been the most unbelievable scenario, Terry?
Oh, today? Oh, it
Could
would
you
have been.
imagine the scenario if they didn't have lights here and it's too dark to play and they have Moses Lake and Eastmont?
Something tells me they would have played on Saturday. They would have came back.
They
and
would have
played.
had to. They would have had no choice.
Yeah. They want to make sure they get the games in. They want the girls to play. Here's the next pitch. Foul ball.
Because if they end up, if that the case had happened, if this game was called a tie, congratulations, West Valley, you're the champions.
Well, the last time there was a tie, I actually called the game.
Yeah.
And we don't want that to happen.
No.
But the Moses Lake coach understood they didn't have lights. They couldn't do it.
Right. I suppose all the schools of the Big Nine have lights now? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I haven't been to it. And this one's
There you
ripped. 2 runs will score.
Here you go. It's not over yet.
No, it's. Oh wow, this is starting to have fun, folks. Too bad hopefully you're local right now. Come to the field, cheer the Eastmont Wildcats on. And this is coming from a Wenatchee Panther graduate. Come cheer this team on. If you want to see true grit, this is the game here. They are hitting the ball.
I just feel sorry for the folks who have been here in our staff who've been here for damn near 8 hours.
They're going, can we go get pizza or something afterwards? First pitch is.
I was thinking more of an adult beverage.
Well, I didn't know how old they were out there.
No, they're the most of the crew, with the exception of Malcolm, most of the crew working are quite elderly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the next pitch. This one's hit.
It's gonna be
dropped out of their glove. Run. Ava Garcia is going to be held up at third. That wind played havoc on her. She's leaning over like she was hurting. It may have hit off her heel of her hand.
I think she's okay. Again, the scenario has just painted itself. We may not be done after 7.
That's right. McKenna Echo coming to the play.
All these scenarios that we talked about, the tiebreakers, the three-way tie, West Valley, run differential, Mosley, all of that is mute if Eastmont wins this game.
Yeah.
Eastmont wins the Big Nine outright. They will host the district championship on Thursday. And maybe that is what the coaches just told them. Said, this is it, let's do it.
Yep. And like I said from the get-go, Eastmont has fought all year long. They've had some cruise games, but they've played tough. They've beat West Valley, down in West Valley, 7-6 in the second game of their game to win that one game that they needed. Next pitch, swung and miss. Makes the count 1 ball, 1 strike. If we get to the next batter, will be McKenna Lane. Here's the next pitch. This one's popped up and out of play.
Looks like he's down to his. Oh, he's got 2 softballs.
He's got 2 bigs too.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time. Anybody got any softballs out there so we can keep this game going?
1-2. We still never got the pitchers who came in's name. Here's the next pitch. Low. Every pitch, everybody's on the touch. Eastmont Wildcats are cheering loud now. Moses Lake is kind of calmed down, going, oh, what's our season's going to be?
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one's popped up, and it looks like it's
caught.
And it's caught. Eastmont's down to their final out.
Now batting number 7, Mallory Lane.
Mallory Lane coming to the plate.
And again, with West Valley sweeping Wenatchee, if Moses Lake gets his final out, Moses Lake, Eastmont, and West Valley will all finish in a 3-way tie for the Big 9 Championship. The first tiebreaker scenario is not applicable because they all split their
It's going to come down.
head-to-head, so it's going to come down to run differential, or maybe even scenario number 4.
Oh, yeah.
Which is least runs allowed. Basically what I'm saying is I'm glad I'm not the Big 9 athletic director in charge of girls fast pitch softball.
This is true. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right back up the middle, past the diving second baseman. 1 run, here comes the second run, and it will be now a 15-18 game. Eastmont is slowly and surely coming back.
It's now just a 3-run game.
Give her 2 RBIs, and that will bring up. Who's the new number 23 coming back
Now
up?
batting number 23, Remy Rodriguez.
Remy Rodriguez is coming to the plate.
This game has just hit the 2.5-hour mark, which for a girls softball game is very long.
This is like a 15-16 game in baseball.
Yeah. From a time perspective.
Yeah.
And we had a couple innings that were very quick.
1-2-3, 1-2-3.
Yeah.
She's 1 for 2 for today so far. She's looking to get that second hit of the game. Here's the pitch to Remy Rodriguez. This one's hit right.
It's going to drop.
Nope.
Oh, there it is.
The left fielder came out and caught it, and Moses Lake wins game 2, 18-15.
I don't know if wins is the word, Terry. I would say survived.
That would be a good one, too.
The proper deal. So, again, just to wrap things up, it is a split. Eastmont won the opener. Moses Lake wins the nightcap. West Valley sweeps the Wenatchee Panthers. So, as we sit here at 2:45 on Friday the 8th for the Big 9 Championship, it is a 3-way tie. They do not, to my knowledge, do not differentiate that. They all have the same record, so nobody gets shortchanged a championship anyway, nor should they. And now somebody's got to figure out what the tiebreaker is going to be. The first tiebreaker is head-to-head. It's a 3-way tie. They all split with each other. That's a wash. The second one is now going to be run differential, and who knows where that falls in.
And you got
that's run differential between the 3 teams at
They're
time.
going to need their hands and their feet to count to see what the run differential is, because West Valley, like head-to-head, how many runs did they score against them?
Yeah.
How did Moses Lake do against them? I didn't.
I'm not going to look it up.
No, that's just going to be confusing.
Yeah.
But if you get a chance next week, come out.
Come on out, yeah.
Come out.
Well, one way or the other, we're pretty sure that Eastmont's going to have a home game and Wenatchee's going to have a home game. We just don't will win or where. So.
Well, I know it's going to be on Tuesday for sure,
Yeah.
but where those two are, we don't know.
Check local listings.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
Actually, turn in on Monday morning.
There you go. I'll have it all on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley,
There we
provided I'm not dead.
There we go.
On behalf of Terry Ayton and Mike out in the outfield, and Tim and Terry and George and Bob and Malcolm and Eli and the whole gang, from the Mother Goose Rhymes. It's good to see you, my friend.
Nice to
We're
see
going to
you.
wrap it up. We're going to call it a night. Have a good weekend.
You too.
And I'll see you folks Monday morning. I'll wake up in Anchi Valley. Take care and bye-bye.
Thanks for watching today's broadcast of high school sports on the NCWLIFE channel. Today's coverage was brought to you by our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Coverage was also sponsored by Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf and Grill, Apple Valley Honda, Sangster Motors, Valley Tractor, Save Mart, Caldwell Banker, Biosports Physical Therapy, and Dick's Heating and Air. Thanks for watching today's broadcast of high school sports on your home for high school sports, the NCWLIFE channel. We now return to regular programming already in progress.